The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
Boom with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Anyone know why there's a warm chicken salad unopened on the desk here?
I don't know why it's warm.
I'm assuming it was left here from yesterday.
No, it's just not.
I'm guessing either Whitey or Alan.
It would be fantastic if it was Alan.
Well, we'll leave that in Alan's spot. Also, a random set of headphones. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Jason Ross?
I'm great. How about you?
You know, I'm good. Ish. I am. I'm good.
It was okay.
It's okay. Transparency is always the watchword. That's a presidential speech word. The watchword of this program. Regardless of how it makes you look or sound or how badly you'll get dragged. So I will say this in my new and hopefully lasting quest to not be a fat bastard. The first 2 days of the week were like, let me get my eating together. Like, let me go through the house, throw out all the garbage. I know.
Wasteful.
Well, by throw out all the garbage, I did what every good parent should do. Is like, kids, you have till the end of the day to eat all of this.
And Magoo was like, okay.
Actually, Avery's the one.
Really? Because I didn't think he would want to waste.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You're 100% right about that.
Paid for it, so we should eat it.
He's our leftovers machine.
Yeah.
Avery, Magoo, like Melissa, weirdly, it's not that he doesn't. He has a little bit of his dad's sweet tooth, but Melissa is not a sweet tooth person.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a dessert person at all. I brought that banana pudding home yesterday, and the kids split it. She was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
How do you turn down banana pudding? Right. Thank you, Crumble. Avery has every part of us. She is my clone when it comes to that, unfortunately. And we have the talks with the kid because we do try to, I want to make it sound like we eat McDonald's every night. Like, we do try to do normal eating, even in normal times. But we tell them, look, dude, this metabolism ain't gonna last. Even to the point where, like, look, there's I don't want to get, the thing about getting personal is that I don't like pushback about that stuff. So I want to be careful here. You have to be very, very careful with body image, but also, she's aware that, my mother, my sister, my mother-in-law, and even to a point, my wife, as they got older, like, throughout, and I think this is, by the way, this is not gender specific, but in their particular cases, as my daughter's predecessors, if you will, her gene pool, all struggled with weight the older they got. And, Avery right now can eat whatever, and it does not matter. My kids are skin and bones.
Yeah.
We've all been there, but that, if you don't have those eating habits built when you get older, so it's important, at least to me with my children, like, they need to know the basics of cooking. Avery's been in the kitchen with me since she was 6 years old. Completely, taught her knife skills and then basic skills. With Mason, he doesn't really care. He could live on cheeseburgers his whole life. So with Mason, I've kind of taken a different tack, which is, all right, dude, here's how you make rice. Here's how you use a crock pot or an instant pot. Like, I'm trying to strategize because I realize he doesn't have the cooking bug that I or my daughter have. So when he gets older and he's living, by himself or in a dorm with roommates or whatever, he needs to have some basic foundational skills that are very easy that can provide him a easy to make at home meals that aren't crazy. Anyways, threw out all the stuff. And then, you know, when it comes to eating healthy, it's never about like, I don't like that. I've said this before. I do like food that's air quotes healthy. I like hummus. I like to make my own hummus. It's awesome. I use purple cabbage for chips. Just leaf it out and cut it. And I actually enjoy that. I enjoy dipping vegetables in hummus. I made a bean salad. Love that. You won't.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's a salad I make. It's a you know, quinoa, right? But it's like quinoa, lemon zest, mint, cherry tomatoes, some yellow bell peppers, you know, little sides that I can have, because that's the key. If I prep, like this morning, I had a couple of egg bites. I'm not an egg guy, but I weirdly like egg bites. They're easy and simple and all that. If I prep, I'm great. I'm good. I could eat this way for the rest of my life. It's just the whole thing on Sunday, the shopping, and you have like a whole Tupperware party.
The prep.
Exactly. So after the first, I also want to be careful too, because so many times we've all seen the yo-yo where like, I'm changing everything. And then you do it for like a couple weeks and you're like, I'm good, dude. I'm going back. And then you yo-yo back up and gain anything. So I'm trying to be smart about it this time and just make it more of a lifestyle thing. So the first couple days was about diet. Yesterday was the first foray into exercise. So lucky enough to have and this is how pathetic I am. Again, total transparency. I have a what's called a tonal workout machine at home. It's a cool little machine where they have like little video trainers recorded, and they tell you it's a very cool way for people that don't understand the gym to get into working out, because it kind of guides you along. And then I have it's not a Peloton, it's a Nordic track, but it's the same style, like TV in front, ride it, and all that. This is how sad I am, Jason. This is how pathetic I've been. You know, I'm shaming myself here. In order to stay connected to the Nordic Track network where you can get all the workouts, it's $49 a month. In order to stay connected to all the tonal workouts, you can still use them both independently. You just don't get it. It's $49. It's $100 a month. It's money well spent if you're using it. I looked at the date I last used my tonal. It was February 23rd, 2022. So for 2 years, I've been paying $100 a month for this workout stuff that has effectively been sitting in my garage with clothes hanging on it, right? Gas trap! 100%, dude. That's how they make their money. That's how gyms make their money. It's a bunch of schmoes like me that if you go through the physical process of canceling your membership, you're admitting to yourself that you're a lazy fat bastard.
Right.
And so your ego doesn't let you do it, and you spend the money and you just put it out of your head. It's really a disgusting waste of money. And I'm very ashamed of it, but can't change that. So I reset all my, because Tonal will keep track of like your stats, your strength, like what you lift. You know, they adjust it automatically adjusts the weight. So if you lift 10 pounds when you bench press, right, it'll do that. And then it detects if it, you know, based on your resistance, if you're lifting it easier, and they'll increase your weight incrementally as you get stronger. It's really a cool concept. So I had all the stuff from when I got it and actually was on it for a minute, and I just reset the whole thing and started from scratch, because I haven't worked out in like 2+ years, right? So I reset the whole thing. You go through the calibration where it figures out how strong, or more to the point, how weak you are. And then it puts you in the first workout, introduction to tonal, where it does, you know, it's about a 40 minute workout. And it's just kind of designed to, you know, hey, you put the thing here and the thing here. All right, let's go. There's this very nice lady who was, you know, we start out with these things called goblet squats, where you're holding the weight and you kind of squat down, and then you stand back up straight.
Yeah, it's to strengthen your goblet.
It's to strengthen.
I know you like Harry Potter.
That's right. The goblet of fire in your legs.
Yeah.
I made it through a third of the workout, dude. And like, you can pause the workout. So my second to last set of reps, I had to pause it and sit down and just catch my breath. And, I had my little watch on. So I was looking at my heart rates in the 140s, 150, whatever. It's fine. And I was okay. I don't want to kill myself here. So I rest for about a minute and a half. And then I, start again, go at your own pace. Right?
Sure.
I did the second one. And honestly, I finished it. I made myself finish it. I literally thought I was going to, there was about a 10-minute period after that where I paused it and I just sat on the bench I could not get my breath. I felt like I was going to throw up.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Literally felt like I was going to puke. It was so demoralizing because I've been through tougher workouts before.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't worked out in a couple years.
That's it.
But it was so demoralizing sitting there knowing that one of the beginning workouts about a third of the way through just completely, and this wasn't like, Jason, I promise, because you got to be honest with this stuff. I promise it wasn't a situation where I was like, oh, I'm sore, I'm not going to do it, or oh, I'm out of breath. I couldn't do it. If I had continued, I don't even know, but I know I would have thrown up. And I just was like, it was so, and look, I know, I get it. It's your first try, pick it back up, do it again today. It's going to be like that. It will get better. I think one of the big problems in this country, and maybe in the world, I don't know, but certainly in this country, is you start stuff like this. I want to learn, so I go on YouTube where you're supposed to, but you want to read stuff, and hey, what science progresses. There is so much counter information out there. Oh, hey, cut your carbs out, protein, clean living.
Cutting carbs out is the most dangerous thing you could do.
Right. No, you have to carb cycle. No. If you cut carbs, your body is not going to produce leptin, which is what kills the fat. It's going to produce the other thing. It's called gherkin or something like that. That your body is going to go into damage mode because your body doesn't care if you lose weight. Your body's in survival mode. It just wants to survive. It doesn't care if you're fat. It wants you to be fat because caveman, and you want to maintain you want to be big, you want to store fat, so instead you won't lose weight, you'll actually lose muscle and your body will hold on to the fat, so don't do that. And it's like, God, what do you even do? Who do you even trust? And so in the end, I've just come to the conclusion, being completely ignorant, not knowing what I'm doing, and not wanting to be that middle-aged guy that's like, I'm buying all the workout clothes and doing no. I feel like my strategy is going to be eat cleaner in a maintainable way, and exercise. And hopefully
that should be good.
Yeah. In the meantime, I didn't take a nap yesterday. I didn't.
You didn't need one.
I didn't need one.
Okay.
I will say this, maybe it's a placebo effect, but I felt a lot more energetic. And I don't know if it's the men's 1-a-day vitamin I've been taking. I don't know if it's the omega-3 thing I've been taking for the fish oils because I don't like fish, but that's the only supplements I added. I'm not doing any meth.
Yet.
But we still have 3 hours and 47 minutes to go.
How do the legs feel today?
All right, I know we have to break. I'll give it to you in 20 seconds. After the workout, I went upstairs. I took a shower. Everything was fine. A little sore. The first step down, my thighs literally felt like I had to grab the rail to quit from falling. My thighs felt like they were going to completely give out. Not stepping up, stepping down. I was like, it wasn't painful. It was like, I have absolutely no muscle ability whatsoever to hold myself up. My legs are giving out, which, I'm sure Workout Fred's going to be like, that's good. You're killing your muscles and they're going to rebuild. And that's okay. But I just want to get to the point, maybe for the first time in my life, where I work out long enough to where I'm like, that feels good. And I don't think that's coming for a while. So you just got to get through it.
Yeah.
So anyways, apologies in advance if I'm a D-bag. I don't think I'm going to have mood issues, but there's stuff going on, dude. We'll take a break. When we come back, leading off, Giants win, A's lose, and there's a fire everyone's fine, but it was an interesting little anecdote from training camp yesterday. We'll get to all that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Walker strikes out the side. He gets the save, and the Giants win game 2 of this 3-game series. They've now won 3 straight. And all in all, I don't know, Mike. If talking about pitching, today was a beauty.
We have, whoa. Was that loud in my ears or is that loud in general? That was probably loud in my ears. Sorry, everybody.
Yours.
New headphones.
We have more on Crooked Kite later. They're funny.
Yeah.
Giants win again. They should. They should be winning. They should be winning. This is the White Sox, but it's baseball.
Yeah.
So don't take anything for granted. They do beat the White Sox again as we, Jason, we begin we're under 2 months from the playoffs. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like what? 5
Just
weeks,
over.
6 weeks. Yeah. We're there.
Right.
I'm not.
Chase is on.
It is. The Chase Utley.
Or is the heat on? The heat is on.
The heat is on.
Yeah.
It's on the streets.
Mm-hmm. Banger.
100% a timeless banger.
Yeah.
So I would put that on my Mount Rushmore. I've had it before of saxophoning in pop music or in general. So like Careless Whisper is number 1. Everybody knows that.
But a different kind of banger.
It's a total, yeah. It's just, I'm talking pure sax. Love the sax.
Yes.
So you've got The Heat Is On. You've got Careless Whisper.
Steve.
Steve?
Uh-huh.
What? Whisper?
No.
Steve? Careless?
What are you talking about?
Steve Sachs. God. I'm all Careless Steve. So does the Pink Panther theme count?
Ooh. Why wouldn't it?
I feel like it should.
Yeah.
And then the only other one I know there's one out there that could not, like Careless Whisper isn't going anywhere. Pink Panther's not going anywhere. And I don't think The Heat Is On is going anywhere. But would You Belong to the City?
Yeah. Too much Glenn Fry or no?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think Glenn Fry can have 2 spots.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling to find a really good 4th Mount Saxamore. So I'll leave that to the audience.
Okay.
You can check it out in the chat room on YouTube or 916-339-1140. And I'm actually surprised. This is usually where I expect Chris to roll in with like, well, actually, Girl in the Black Hair by Morrissey has an amazing sax.
Morrissey wasn't dumb enough to use a sax.
It wasn't dumb enough to use a sax? What is your issue with saxophone?
It takes over for the song.
Oh, I'm stupid. Don't isolate that, but boy, am I stupid. Dude, come on.
I know there's one.
We're
I'm just trying
both just, I mean... Yeah, because if you're gonna do Pink Panther, I'll give you this much. It's the same category, Jason. Arguably a more recognizable saxophone sound.
What do you mean same category?
That's Pink Panther.
Like a movie? Cartoon?
Not a movie, not a cartoon.
TV show?
TV show. I'm gonna help you out because time and all, but when you're gonna be like me, like how did we not? Before Chris's time, sure, kind of before my time, but not really. And the finale was viewed by more people than any finale in history.
That's a saxophone?
MASH.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be MASH. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Chris, do you know what the name of that song is?
MASH. I do.
You do. You remember what the name of the MASH song is?
No, not off the top of my head.
It's one of those things where, like, I mean, obviously it's during the Korean War and blah, blah, blah. So whatever, MASH is MASH, but it was technically a comedy. And then I just remember one day looking up the song on Spotify or something, be like, oh, yeah, which sounds weird because, like, I'm not going to roll around in the car listening to it, but Suicide is Painless.
Wow.
Which
I did not know that.
I did not catch that from the saxophoning.
No.
But that is truly the name of the song.
I would say Sax Guy from Moldova's Eurovision is the best saxophone.
That's what I was thinking.
Solo.
Not see, I thought you were going to maybe come at me with the shirtless sax solo from the Lost Boys.
Never saw the Lost Boys.
No,
I didn't either. Nope.
We are the Lost Boys.
What? No.
Because they're vampires, right?
Is that you being No. That's one of those ones where
we don't know where we're going.
With a Santa Cruz accent. Whatever that is.
I hate you guys so much. Jason, like I can kind of
I want to ride the rides.
I can kind of understand that from Chris because he's old and stuff or young, but like you, we got to move on. But here, I'll make you guys both feel terrible for not having watched it with just give me 30 seconds here. Let's see. All right, here's the Lost Boys. I know this isn't working for everybody at home, but you'll hear the sound. So there's Santa Nella or whatever it is, but it's supposed to be Santa Cruz, and then everyone's gathered on the beach. It's the greatest sax solo ever. Look at this guy.
He's oiled up.
Wait till he break. Look at that. Shirtless. Just oiled up. Jason Patrick.
Is that Corey Haim?
Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Diane Wiest, fresh off an Oscar win. And of course, a magnificent Kiefer Sutherland. Jamie Gertz. Yeah, dude.
Oh, Jason, we are so stupid. We forgot Sergio from SNL.
Yes.
Sergio.
Yes.
Way better.
Smooth Operator.
Ooh. That's a good one.
That's from AB.
Smooth Operator is an excellent pull. But who does it knock off? Does Smooth Operator knock off You Belong to the or he's no
MC says Men at Works, Who Can It Be Now?
This is harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought so. We have Pink Panther, The Heat Is On, MASH, Careless Whisper.
Mm-hmm. Careless Whisper needs to be up.
Careless Whisper can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think the Pink Panther can go anywhere. I mean, I'm not saying it's like my favorite. Whatever.
And I'm firmly behind Sax Guy.
Or Sergio.
Sergio.
Oh, they say we're supposed to have competition soon. Good luck. Number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
And that one he drives to straightaway center field. And the Rays take a 1-0 lead. Jose Siri comes roaring out of his slump
and the Rays had the game's first run.
And the crowd went mild. That was amazing.
That was intense.
Yeah, that was
Was that played in front of cutouts?
That's not funny. God, it's just, I mean, I understand it's a road team. And by the way, I watched a little bit of that game. I didn't see the whole thing, so someone who did can correct me. But God, that just, Chris Watkins hates 1-0 games. I get it. That actually did seem like one of those 1-0 games where you're saying, just please end. Not like an intense pitcher stool. It was just more like two teams that just were like, meh. They drank too much. Something. All right, cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
Emergency at Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California, just before the team's evening walkthrough practice. The Cowboys say the fire was contained to one room at the River Ridge Residence Inn that was empty at the time, and there were no injuries.
Back to the Hotel has some great sax work. That's from the 916. Remember who sang it?
Wait a minute.
Back to the Hotel.
In deep?
That is a great pull. And too deep. But yeah, I'll give it to you 100%. So the Cowboys had a fire at their hotel in Oxnard. Everyone's fine. That's why we're, whatever. But on it, can I be
Oxnard?
Is it Oxnard?
Yeah.
Oxnard.
Oxnard.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
Oxnard. Can I say that I was trying to figure out what to put in number 3, and there were a bunch of options. I put this in as the third one just because I wanted to see what Chris was going to do. He actually played it straight. Put in like the
Is it weird that that's what I was thinking? And I'm just like,
I was thinking you might do
fire sounds.
Well, I don't know about fire, because that'd be a little rough, but like a fire engine maybe.
I almost, but then it's just like, oh, then I'm talking about people dying. It was Tommy Boy. Here comes a meat wagon.
I really wanted to see if you were going to get loose or not. I'm glad you didn't. But yeah, there was a fire at the hotel. We have questions a little bit later. Coming up next, we'll get into some NFL notes, including that fire. Also, Aaron Rodgers. I thought my workout was hard. He's been saying his has been really hard.
Does he play the saxophone?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
He's shirtless and on ayahuasca. Yeah, ayahuasca. And Jerry Jones has been speaking to a lamb.
Mike? Silence?
Seedy. A very seedy lamb. And there has been silence, but now.
Dare I say.
Can I say something about Silence of the Lambs real quick, too, before we cut a break? Okay, I'm sorry. Can I say Silence of the Lambs contains the absolute most inappropriate scene to laugh at in world. Have you both seen this? Have you both seen Silence of the Lambs?
Yes.
Okay, all right. No. Listen. It's you got a serial killer who's going around, obviously serial killing people, right? Or whatever they do. And he's got this girl, right, that's in like this pit in his space, the well, right? Okay. That scene sends me every time. And I know it's horrible. He kidnapped this girl and her dog.
Yeah.
Right. But he's so comically over the top, the serial killer, that at one point she has this blood curdling scream she lets out, and he goes and mimics her. You remember that scene? And it gets me every time.
In a laughter? Or?
I just am like, that's not funny. But then, it's the whole put the lotion in the basket.
Put it in the basket.
That's funny. But then you're like, it's not funny at all. But it's fun.
Oh, she's some great big fat person.
Am I beautiful? Would you kiss me?
Me.
It's almost like I don't know. Did he do the acting job badly, or is that how they wanted it to be? Because you have this horrific character that does horrific things.
Yeah. Hey, we're talking about him decades later.
There you go, baby. Yeah. Jamie Gum. We'll be back with NFL notes next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have plenty of sunshine today with temperatures a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Delta breeze will be picking up and daytime highs will be ranging in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS.
It's Sky River Casino's 2nd anniversary, and we're doubling down during our $1 million Twice as Nice celebration. Earn entries while playing your favorite slots and table games. Get ready to win every Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. with winners drawn every 30 minutes. Then at 10 p.m., one lucky winner is guaranteed to win $100,000 in prizes, including $50,000 in free play and $50,000 cash. Visit skyriver.com for details. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, nonstop issue, and they're finally walking into the Good Feet store. Okay, the guy that came into my store last year that has had plantar fasciitis for 30 years. I looked at him, I said, "Are you kidding me? I've been here for 14. Where have you been?" I helped relieve a problem that's plagued him for 30 years. I mean, how do you not go home and talk about that?
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Hi, this is Frank LaRosa. And this is Scott Marsh. Join us weekly for Golf to Go right here on Sacktown Sports. We talk to all the local golf experts in the area and give you the latest on all the courses as well.
And not to mention all the golf legends and celebrities, along with all the latest in equipment and tournaments too.
Most importantly, we'll just have some fun talking about a game that's fun to play.
You know, it's my favorite hour of the week, Frank.
Golf to Go, Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. right here on Sacktown Sports. Give us a listen. I think you'll enjoy it.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Hey, Pink Panthers clarinet. Just someone saying. Oh, okay. Didn't know. We'll have to double check that. We have
Kenny G song. Interesting.
Well, there's the Kenny G song, right? There's the Kenny G song.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he hasn't had a wonderful career, but I think, don't we all? That's Kenny G. Do you know any? Did you recognize?
Wait, you weren't playing that off the computer?
My little, that was YouTube. No, but I'm saying everyone knew what I was humming there. Give me another Kenny G song.
The other one?
The other Kenny G song?
The best of Kenny G is just that song over and over.
That's all it is. I mean, Kenny G is fine for background. Like I've seen Kenny G in the wild at a place or whatever, and it's background music. It's Catalina wine mixer music. But does anybody roll around listening to Kenny G? Do you have a Kenny G in your playlist or what? And
do not.
I mean, air quotes Kenny G.
Yeah, I do not.
No, Christy, you
I
have
a Ken G.
You have
Ken G.
Kenneth G.
Yeah.
What's the frequency, Kenny G?
Yeah.
We have teamed up with Tech Shots To get you laced up with the ultimate state-of-the-art simulated shooting range experience in Elk Grove, you don't have to screw with our phone lines at all. We're going to give this away a little bit later. Actually, what are we? Wait, it's an online giveaway.
Yes.
You're not supposed to do this with sponsors, but I'm very, very intrigued. Can anybody tell me what Tech Shot says?
You can ask Chris and Alan when they get in because they went there.
It says simulated shooting range experience. So what I'm thinking is like life-size big buck hunter type of thing. Or duck hunt.
Looks something to that effect.
Obviously much newer and whatever.
Correct.
But like, like a golf simulator, but with little guns.
Yeah. I would like a John Wick simulator.
You probably can, honestly, that's probably not that far away, or somebody just hasn't done it yet. Where you just roll in and you're just pew-pew-pewing people. But honestly, if that's what this is, and I'll bet you it is, that actually sounds. Did they get hooked up down there? Do you know?
I think so.
Nice.
I want to do that. We'll go down there and
Tech Shot.
Test out my non-existent shooting skills. Last night, Jason, or yesterday, there was a fire. There was a fire at the hotel in Oxnard for the Dallas Cowboys, the River Ridge Residence Inn. Can I just say, by the way, the River Ridge Residence Inn sounds like they should be staying somewhere different.
Yes.
They're a residence inn. I've stayed in a residence inn, but I'm not a professional football player.
Right.
Just saying, it should be at like the Grand Marriott, something, whatever. But maybe it's maybe they put them at the residence inn because there's so many of them, and I'm imagining you get a little kitchenette.
Yeah,
you're going to be there for a month.
Exactly, a little bit more versatile than the standard room.
Keep you away from the fast food.
Yes.
So all that happened. There was a fire in one of the guest rooms. It was contained to that one room. Nobody was injured. That's why we're not having fun with it, but that's what we're talking about it so openly. As fire personnel dealt with the situation, players and coaches were prepping for their late afternoon walkthrough after a nearly 2-hour practice. So they take over the entire residence inn for players, coaches, front office staff, support staff, and other personnel. No non-Cowboy personnel stays on the property during the team stay in California. They hold their final practice at camp in Oxnard on Wednesday. I haven't seen that many Cowboys in California since I don't have a lot. I feel like there's a joke there.
There is.
I don't have it.
Right.
We'll come back around 8:30.
Okay. Yeah. Clean it up then.
Clean it up. Yeah. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to workshop.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers says, hey, this camp has been the most taxing of my career. See, I just altered the voice a little bit and it changed the whole context of the quote. Or I could have said, Aaron Rodgers says, this has been a really taxing camp.
I like the first one.
You like the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. He was told by Coach Robert Saleh in April to expect a tough camp. He says with just a couple days remaining, it is one of the most taxing camps he's experienced in many years. And he kind of likes it. He said, quote, I would say camp is much, much harder this year. Actually, you know what? I've got the quote right here. Let me just give that to you. How about that?
I would say the camp is much harder this year and maybe the hardest in the last 7 or 8 of my career. I knew that. I had a little insight coming into camp that's what Robert wanted to do. So I think it's been good for us. I give Robert a lot of credit because he, from the start of the offseason, said this is going to be a tough training camp. And I think it's been a lot of reps for the ones. He told me the other day we were somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 more reps, I think, at this point in camp than last year. And it feels like it, but it's good. I think it's going to allow us to maybe be a little more ready. And we've been fortunate with injuries. We haven't had a ton of injuries so far. So I like it. It's been great. You talk to the older guys, not a lot of complaints from many of those guys. The young guys don't know any better. So it's been good.
They actually said the vets are enjoying reps.
It's good. I think it's going to allow us to maybe be a little more ready. And we've been fortunate with injuries. We haven't had a ton of injuries so far. So I like it. It's been great. You talk to the older guys.
I feel like
they just cut it differently. Yeah. But obviously there's a reason behind that. So does Saleh think maybe they want a faster start or they got off to a slow start? I mean, obviously the Rodgers injury changed the whole season for them. But, I think it's interesting how each team probably has a different core concept, and for whatever reason, that's what Saleh thinks they need.
I can completely understand that for most of the team, but I know we talked about this the other day with Brock Purdy, but it's a whole different animal with Aaron Rodgers. Now, he missed all of last year with a torn Achilles. He's gonna be rusty. You have to get him in football shape. I'd also be really careful. I don't know if putting Aaron Rodgers through one of the toughest camps. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe
it'll pay off. And of course, the Jets open.
Yeah,
against our San Francisco 49ers. And if you're good, speaking specifically to AB, and I'm speaking specifically to Derek and Tacoma, and and I'll throw Camp Silva in there. If you guys are good, we will have that Niners-Jets game right here on Sacktown Sports. And maybe every other 49er game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only if they're good.
If they, that's what you got to do. Jerry Jones says talks with CD Lamb are productive.
Okay. What's that mean, Jerry?
Did you sign him? No.
Not productive.
Not productive.
Yeah.
Come back when you've signed him or traded him. Yeah. What if they traded Brandon Ayuk straight across for CD Lamb? Oh, you'd like that?
Yes.
That really doesn't cure anyone's issue, though, right? You still have two receivers that want to get paid a lot of money.
I mean, I would say CD Lamb greater than Brandon Ayuk. I don't think it's by a large margin, but I would say yes.
I think you're right. And I know there's probably people listening right now that are like, what are you talking about? Of course he's right. Duh. CeeDee Lamb was 50 yards away from leading the league.
It's also more of the clearly number one. The Niners have a balanced offense, but I think if they switch roles, Ayuk might get some good yards in them. Sure. I just think CeeDee Lamb's awesome.
No, I absolutely think CeeDee Lamb's awesome. Brandon Ayuk finished 400 yards behind him last year in 7th. Like I said, they're about the same age. I think Ayuk's like a year or two older, but the only reason I had any pause, by the way, I do think you're correct.
Yeah.
The only reason I had any pause is for the exact reason you said. CeeDee Lamb is not competing with George Kittle and Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey, and Ayuk still finished 7th, 400 yards off. Yeah. I will say this. I think I'd give the edge to CeeDee Lamb. I think they're both exceptionally good and right.
I'd agree.
Right near each other. Yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out. Unfortunately, Jason, your Yankees are in there, and not for good reasons. But it doesn't really have anything to do with the Yankees other than the Yankees spawned the question. And you know that game you play where you wonder if somebody's alive or dead and you get it wrong? Like, this is kind of like retired or not retired. We'll play that game, too, a little bit. Safe or out, coming up next, right after this word from Gonzalez Law.
Our first year as the radio home of the San Francisco 49ers is one we will never forget.
It's a toss to McCaffrey, a cutback run 30, breaks 340. McCaffrey midfield. McCaffrey 40, 30, 20, and toasted all the way down to the 3-yard line on the first play of the game. CMC Dynamite!
Congratulations to the 49ers on a terrific year. And thank you for so many wonderful memories.
Hey, you never know when you may need someone to represent you on your behalf. A situation may arise where you think, I need some help. I'm not sure where to go, who to call, who can help me. Well, I can tell you who can help you. That's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez right here in downtown Sacramento. And you can go to saclegaldefense.com to find out all the different things they can help you with. But here's some ideas for you. You've probably seen some of those lawyers on TV that claim to help you and probably can in some way, shape, or form, but that's not the person you're going to get to. They're not local. You want someone that's here, someone you know, someone you can trust, someone that you can talk to, and someone that wants what's best for you and best for our community. Well, that's what I'm telling you about. Jonathan Gonzalez and his law team there at saclegaldefense.com is how you find them, or 916-304-9187. Maybe you're in a situation where you have a wrongful termination case. You could have an auto accident, something from your past that's still hanging around that you'd like removed, like an expungement. All these things are available. All these things he can help you out with. Again, that's why you should contact them. saclegaldefense.com. That's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez, 916-304-9187.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2. What was I thinking? And he's bringing some friends. Parmalee. Close your eyes for this. Tyler Rich. Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Woodland. What's happening, Chad, for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
Save up to $17,000 off MSRP on all remaining 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. And since it's the 4xE, you'll save thousands at the pump too with 56 MPGE.
That's pretty impressive. Any other deals on remaining 2023s?
Right now, save over $11,000 off MSRP on select new 2023 Dodge Charger SXTs. With savings like this, they can't last long.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
11,025 net savings on select new 2023 Charger SXTs. Includes $34.45 in factory rebates and $75.80 dealer discounts. Sample VIN 683-858. 17,000 total net savings on select new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs after $37.50 Fed EV rebates and $13,250 dealer discounts. Incentives include $37.50 federal EV tax credit. Is offered by a third party and subject to change without notice. Consult a tax professional for details and eligibility. Tenant's net savings. Sample VIN 664-151. See dealer for details.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Kelly Brothers joins us tomorrow. What is he good at? I forget.
Good at business.
That's right. Business. Hey, let me ask you something, Chris, before we get into safe or out, because you are the master of the drop. Do you have the perfect tool? Is there anything you would do to yourself? Is there a way that we can make it easier for you? I see how sometimes you have to scramble because you're in the middle of stuff. Not your fault. Like, you're very good at it. I'm just saying, is there something that would make it incredibly easy for you? Remember the old instant replay machines?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, I don't think they do those. And
No.
I think I actually have one at home. I really do. I think I have one, but I wouldn't even know how to load stuff in there anymore. They used to have these machines you'd put in front of you called instant replays, and they had all these buttons, and then they'd have you'd have 10 banks. So each bank would have 40 buttons. Right. And then you'd have these overlays so you could write fart sound, burp, nice big fart. Right, exactly. And then you just beep, bump, boom, boom.
I mean, we've got something like that here. It's just coming out of break or going into break because I have to switch it because that's where you play our
But what stuff. Is it on a computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not on a separate one.
So that's what I'm trying to find out. So if you had a separate computer in there that was tied into the board that was specifically for that would in theory make it easier?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What about would a laptop work? Or would it have to be a computer? Because I know it has to be plugged in.
Yeah, we have to get it into the board.
Okay.
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Attempting to dazzle Chris. Safe or out? Question 1.
Cleveland beat the Yankees in 12.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
So stupid.
It's so stupid.
The longest game of the year.
Yeah, it was.
Safer out. You miss extra long games.
Out. Okay, but after a replay, like out. There's just nothing worse than like it's 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's like the 15th inning. It's like and I don't know, but for some reason I always remember like the 29 inning game between the Giants and the Nationals. I think it was in the playoffs, and just like, God, just please end. But like also that's a lot of sustained pressure too, which was kind of fun as well. I wouldn't go back to it. But I also remember as a little kid, like there was a couple instances at Candlestick Park where it did go into extra innings. You're always like, free baseball. But I don't know. Would you change? Would you go back? Would you take away the new rules?
I mean, this is still with the new rules, right? They still had a runner on second every inning, and there were a bunch of scoreless innings.
Yeah. But imagine if they didn't, they'd probably still be playing right now.
Yeah, which is great.
And
free baseball.
Eventually, it's like, and John Jacobson, the pinch hitter, hasn't pitched since he was in 6th grade.
Right.
He's coming in.
And now, 4 pitchers are in the field, playing in the infield.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, I miss that. But this way has been better to speed up the game, which is what probably more people want. So I'm good for it.
Okay. Yeah. Question 2, please.
Johnny Cueto will start for the Angels tonight. Safer out. Didn't we just talk about him retiring?
Was it like 2 weeks ago? I thought he got released or something. Maybe he got released and we just assumed he was retiring. Here's the article. It was back on July 2nd. So, okay, it was a little over a month ago. He opted out of his minor league contract with the Rangers and was released from AAA Round Rock, and then it just went on to kind of talk about his career. And I think the assumption there, when a 38-year-old pitcher opts out of his AAA contract, I think the general thought is he's retiring. Man, he's going to start for the Angels tonight. I love it.
Yeah, why not? Guy still wants to play. Let him play.
Let him play. Let them play.
Let them play.
Yeah.
And then he's going to do all those different kind of wind-ups, and hesitations, and the entertainings, and I'm here for it.
Remember we talked about entertaining pitchers?
Yeah, he's one.
He was 100% or is a 100% entertaining pitcher. Question 3, please.
The Cardinals released Brandon Crawford. Safer out. The Giants should pick him up and give him a proper send-off.
Capital S-A-F-E. Absolutely. Look, dude. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not good. They've given very little to the fans this year. Pick him up. By the way, pick him up. I don't know. Maybe he can play.
But Brandon Crawford Day.
Yeah, you're talking about this isn't just your normal everyday ex-Giant. We've all seen the little baby Brandon Crawford holding up the sign. Like, this guy lives. He is the Giants. He is part of that lifeblood. It's not. We'll have another ex-Giant later that we can kind of talk about that's far different. Pick him up. Give him Brandon Crawford Day. Let him play a game and then let him retire as a Giant. It's something for, I don't care if it's the right baseball move. It's for the fans. It's for Brandon, who was there for all 3 world titles, who gave so much to the team. Give something to the fans. Do the right thing.
I know for him, I wonder if he's having any second guesses about, like, I don't know if he was even thinking about retirement.
Right.
But, when the Giants aren't interested, and you're like, I can still play. I can show everybody I can still play. And then just to kind of have it seemingly end like this, I wonder if he has any second thoughts.
You do wonder.
Like, if I just went out, it would have ended. It would have played my whole career with the Giants.
Well, the funny thing is that he's 37. So he's not like a geezer, but he's, I love it how we're like 37. It's incredible he can still go out there at that age. But the other problem, I think, with Brandon Crawford, why a lot of us, including me, have issues with the thought of him retiring. Let me see. There we go. Here's Brandon. Because he still looks 26. He still looks like he's 26 years old.
Yeah.
He's even one of those dudes that's 70 and just looks like Tom Brady type of thing.
Right.
Yes, help him out. Give him the send-off he deserves. Don't be, it's Farhan Zaidi, so of course he won't make the right decision, but whatever. We'll take a break. When we come back, inside with betting so rampant in the world of sports, let's take a look inside the world of the NFL's integrity representatives. We'll go live to Integrity Farms right after this.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have plenty of sunshine today with temperatures a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Delta breeze will be picking up and daytime highs will be ranging in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for special offers right now. I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and save big on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle right now. Visit FolsomLakeKia.com.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, England, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at NewNordicUSA.com or in stores at your local CVS.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The PGA Club fitters at the Hagan Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
My kids call me Tom. So unnerving. Every day, the older one's like, how you doing, Tom? I go, hey, I'm not your fucking stepdad, all right? I wish I was. It'd be a lot easier, but I'm not.
From his multiple Netflix specials, comedian Tom Segura brings his new tour, Come Together, to the venue at Thunder Valley September 5th. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Tom Segura, Come Together.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTK-AM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sacktown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, Chris. Question for you. You're Manchester City's. Do they have a do they have a Ring of Honor or the equivalent of that?
No.
I was just talking to a friend of I just randomly came into my head, so I was just talking to my guy across the pond, and they don't have it either. And his reaction was like, oh, wow, that's actually really cool. Like and this guy's been in that business for a long time. So it kind of threw me that he actually used to work for you guys, but so that probably should have given me a clue. But for some reason I thought maybe there was, but
they've got statues and then they've got practice fields that they name after players, but they don't have a Ring of Honor.
An actual Ring of Honor. Interesting. Or, or something like that.
Yeah.
And or I'm referring to like what the Cowboys or Broncos or other teams do, where you have like it's basically a silhouette of a jersey or the jersey, a big cardboard, probably not cardboard, and then their number and a helmet, and then their name underneath, and there's a big. I know they don't retire numbers. I said, "Do you guys retire numbers over there?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Well, sometimes if a player dies while playing." I was like, "Oh, well, yikes. That's a lot different than what we do."
Yeah, there's a 10 at Barcelona. Messi's one of the greatest players of all time.
And it really. God, isn't that kind of, is it weird? Is it weirder that they don't retire numbers or weirder that we do?
I think it's weirder that we do.
Huh.
Especially with the Yankees. They've got like what, 2 number 9s? It's just like, okay.
Yeah, I think that
only one. They should have 2.
I think the Yankees have 6 numbers left they can use.
Yeah.
You're screwed. It kind of sucks if you come up and your number's whatever. You've worn 7 your whole life.
Right.
Then I wonder if that's why Aaron Judge wears 99. One of his number growing up was 9.
Had to be.
Yeah, and then he just added a 9 to it. Should you be allowed to use decimal points in baseball numbers? 33, 9, 11, 40. A lot of suspensions in 2023. You guys will remember, who was the receiver? Calvin Ridley, I think was one of them. The NFL has not handed out any punishments for violations of its gambling policy in more than a year. So apparently all gambling by NFL players has stopped.
Oh, good. So we won't see any commercials.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, baby. Put the banner up. But the NFL put this story out, I'm sure, through ESPN to let people know that they're still on it. So they're spotlighting their approach for everyone and sharing some details about their investigators who they're calling integrity representatives. They're on site on game days and they monitor for suspicious activities. They include retired FBI agents, executive level police officers, and they roam the stadiums from the sidelines to the press box during games. Can I just stop down real quick and say that's kind of a cool job? I'm looking.
Just taking another lap.
You're just down on the field looking around. I'm looking for suspicious betting.
Section 214, row 8, seat 4.
That's the dumbest thing.
They sit right next to the doctor looking for concussions.
Hey, are you betting on games? No, sir. Okay.
Nothing to see here. Good, because you know you can't. Now back up to the press box.
What was the bit Robin Williams did? Good Morning Vietnam. I probably shouldn't repeat that. Actually, never mind. That just doesn't sound like it works. They say they're looking for anything that is an anomaly, anything that stands out, anything that might raise concerns when it comes to fair competition issues. The NFL suspended 10 players for gambling during a 3-month span in the spring and summer of 2023. The league said it found no signs of game manipulation in any of the instances. But 5 players were found to have bet on the NFL, including on games involving their own team in some cases. So according to the league, every player contract has included a standard, quote, integrity of the game clause for the past 20 years. And the NFL gambling policy always requires all personnel to always give their best effort. Hey, do your best, try hard.
Sure.
Have fun. Anyone found guilty of attempted or actual game fixing faces a permanent ban from the league. So here's what the team apparently does, the integrity folks. They monitor betting markets before and during games. They look for dramatic odds movement, including point spreads and player props, such as the over-under on like a quarterback's passing yards. Significant shifts and sudden shifts in the odds are relayed to the on-site integrity reps as a warning for potential game manipulation. That actually makes sense. That actually does make sense. That part, in all seriousness, if you're truly monitoring and all of a sudden some guy's player prop drops 100 yards for now all of a sudden you have somebody on site that can go, what's going on? What happened? I assume they have the trust or ability to specifically talk to coaches and like, are you sitting this person? Like somebody leaked something and then you try to find out who leaked that. And there's several different ways you can try to do that. The NFL analyzes notable odds movements to try to determine the cause. So a change in the weather forecast, an injury report, or even speculation from people on TV can make the line move. And that's very interesting. So get back to that, Jason. Let me put a pin in that for a second because I have a question. But this offseason, the NFL mandated in-person training for players, which highlighted 6 key rules. Number 1, never bet on the NFL. Number 2, never have someone bet for you on the NFL. Number 3, never share inside team info. Number 4, never gamble at your team facility or while traveling for any game or staying at a team hotel. Also, never enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. And finally, never play daily fantasy football. Now, for those of you wondering about that one, I also kind of get that. Like, if you're playing fantasy football for an entire year, which I believe they're allowed to do, I think you technically, it's like, it's like how you do your March Madness. It's all for fun. No money's involved. Daily fantasy is a bit different because that's tied to a specific performance on a specific day, and the payout comes off of that specific day and or game. Former NFL players, including Delaney Walker, former Niner, and Will Shields, have led the training sessions, which are regularly introduced by head coaches. So refs also get customized training on the gambling policy so that they can have the same rules applied to them. 6 years ago, just to give you an idea, Jason, only one NFL franchise, the Raiders, We're in a state with a legal sports betting market. Now 25 teams play in states with legal betting markets. So they got to get more proactive. I said I wanted to go back. I wanted to put a pin in something. What did I want to put a pin in? It was the betting markets. Oh, and there was a line in here that said that weather, injury report, speculation from pundits. I know this is one of my wheelhouse topics that I love to go into, the way the media covers sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually am really a fan of this reporter. I'm a fan in the sense that I respect the person's work. And I actually got a chance to talk to him for a while. He was, when Demarcus got married, he was out here, Shams Charania, and got to know him a little bit. And he look, I'm not saying he's perfect, but I really, in seeing him interact and talking to him, like he's a hustler. And I don't mean that in a pejorative way. Like he hustles. He is a hustler. He
kind of have to.
He kind of has to. I have no idea how he's allowed to also work for a gambling company and do his job.
Yeah.
Because Shams Charania can move betting lines. Like, let's just be real clear about that. Shams Charania has, so does Adrian Wojnarowski. So could Adam Schefter. So could Jeff Passan. But Shams is one of those. It's Shams and Woj that are all about the, we love our guy Sam, and Sam's more of a broader 50,000-foot dude. He's great at what he does. I think he's the best writer in the country, and I'm biased. Shams and Woj are like the two-headed monster that break all the news, pretty much. Break 90% of the news. That's the world they live in. That's their niche. I don't understand how it's not a conflict of interest. Now, if I get Shams, he's like, I'm not breaking any rules. I'm taking the money. And maybe Shams is like the most ethical dude in the world. I don't think it's a matter of that. I'm not accusing Shams of anything. I'm saying it's a conflict of interest. Because if Shams has put something out and he's wrong about it, and Shams has put stuff out and he's wrong about it, it's happened to every journalist. And you move those betting lines. I want to say there was a thing. Was it the Paolo Banchero draft?
Yeah, I think so.
Where Jabari Walker was supposed to go first, and then there's
Jabari Smith. Yeah,
Jabari Smith. Thank you.
The number started switching.
Yeah, and I want to say, like, that can instantly move a line.
Right.
It's a complete conflict of interest, because and that's stuff that, like, we don't even realize. Like, Jason, if we're being perfectly transparent, if you and I live deep in the betting world, like, I don't know. And I don't want to get you in any hot water, but I don't think you're telling any tales out of school. Do you have, because you also work for the Kings, do you have guidelines?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
we have to go through a gambling seminar every year, basically to a refresher of what we're allowed to, not, and more so not allowed to.
Are you comfortable with giving? Just
like those
basics?
So if I was, I would say I will give you an example that has happened before that I would say I would have been put in a position. So, especially when I was working the afternoon show with Doug.
Yeah.
We would do the show from the arena. So a lot of times we're doing it, and maybe every, let's say 10 home games, they would do a shoot around or a walkthrough beforehand. It's pretty simple to just, we're doing the show and you just kind of talk and you're just observing, but not really totally looking. And I might see, I'll give an example of maybe something like this, where I'd go, oh, one team is out there, clearly the starters.
Yeah.
And let's say if I see, wow, it's
Trey
Fox.
I'll
do it this way. I'll go Fox. Let's see. We'll just say Monk, DeRozan, Murray, and Alex Len.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Right.
And then I look around and go, wait, Sabonis is here.
Yeah.
He's on the sideline.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any report.
Right.
I've got some information.
Okay.
Now I can't give that information.
What about on your show?
No.
I
mean, that one, I don't think that's ethical.
Sure. Gotcha.
Right. So because I feel like I'm now, because under the guy, like it could be as simple as like, hey, Dave, I know you got a buddy.
You're right.
But I'm going to tell you.
That's right.
Sabonis looks like he's not playing.
That's right.
I don't know what that means. Do with it what you want.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the things we can't do.
That's inside info.
Now, that doesn't happen
right
very often. That's just an example of if you were privy to that or found out something like that before the public does, you would take that as advantage. Now, it's also not foolproof.
No,
right? You might go, oh, wow, the Kings are favored by whatever. And if they're one of their best players isn't playing, I'm betting on the other team. Well, they could still win, still could cover, still could do whatever it is.
And we've seen that before where I mean, the example I always come up with was every once in a while Pop would sit Duncan Robinson and Ginobili.
Right. Line moves, everybody thinks,
and inevitably they'd either win or be very, very close. It's not foolproof, but what's important to understand is that the betting world, when you're a sharp bettor, when you're doing this for a living, it's all about decreasing the odds in your favor, and the margins are what make the difference. So yes, maybe
the gamblers though want, or the ones running it want everybody to have the same information.
That's exactly right. And if you're somebody who has an edge, and let's say you've got a lot of these guys do, they have contacts all over the place. And you hear from one that Sabonis isn't playing. Okay, cool. I've got that piece. And then maybe the starting quarterback for McNeese State is out. And then this guy, you come up with 5. You throw all 5 bets on there. Now, again, it's not foolproof.
Right.
But it's almost like it's like polling in elections. Like you can lay the odds out, but if X candidate has a 70% chance of winning, that means the other one has a 30% chance of winning.
Sure.
Now, if you find out that the actual poll numbers are 60-40, you're changing your bet a little bit because you're getting better odds on, there's a better chance for that underdog to make you more money.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So it is a problem. And as we go to break, somebody asked a very good question on the text line. Should athletes be able to bet on themselves, but only on winning or on the over? The answer is no. And I've asked this question before. I had the same thought. Well, why can't a guy bet on his own team to win? Why? Because it's going to affect the way you play. Manager wants to take you out and you know that you're 2 points below your over. It's going to affect your reaction. It's opening up a Pandora's box that doesn't need to be opened up. Well, the whole thing was like, well, Pete Rose bet on them to win. Yeah. So maybe that means he's adjusting his pitching staff and having his ace go today instead of tomorrow, or that ace is going 8 instead of 7 innings. He'll let him go to 120 pitches instead of 100. It's just a whole thing that I think is less of an egregious issue, but it's still
certainly than betting against your team.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Right.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. Aaron Rodgers back. I have a question for you, Jason, and the Cowboys had that fire, but I got a different question about that. We'll do all that right after this.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender, in the paint, soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento, it's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Labor Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton Turbo Max in stock after rebates.
$12,000 off every Silverado LT Turbo Max at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price.
Labor Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 9/3/24.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Experience a golf tournament as refined as you are. The Pro Court Championship at Silverado Resort, September 12th through the 15th. Be there as the best of Napa meets the best of the PGA Tour. With world-class wine experiences, breathtaking views, and incredible golf. It's like this weekend was made for you. The Pro Court Championship, September 12th through the 15th. For tickets, go to ProCourtChampionship.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Wow, Jason Ross, not a great person.
Sorry.
Yeah, I won't share that story, but down a few notches in my book. No, it's not as much as I would love to. I'd be proud, and I've actually worn their stuff before. No, this is not a Jiffy Lube. Sure, although I get it. I'm looking at I don't know if you can see the close enough, but this is the Dan band.
I was getting ready to make fun of you until I saw it was the Dan band.
Yeah, it's the Dan band. I got it at one of their shows way, way, way back when. I just haven't pulled it out in a while. 3 for Madness. Chris Roland, question 1.
Are you excited again about the return of Aaron Rodgers?
You're excited. Okay. Weirdly enough, as we get closer, even though we went through it all last year and the flag and the this and the that, yeah, I actually kind of am. Look, put however anyone feels about Aaron Rodgers personally aside, he is a dynamic, fun player to watch. And I want to know how this works with the Jets. I want it's the same stuff from last year. It's where Brett Favre went.
Mm-hmm.
It's all that all over again. He's 41, but he showed no signs of whatever. He's coming off an Achilles, but this isn't like it wasn't like Aaron Rodgers, although more mobile than people give him credit for, but it's not like he was Michael Vick. And it's also not like he's an NBA player either, where, I think that's football is one of those things as a quarterback where I think you can come back from that even at 41. The Jets they have Robert Saleh, who I'm a fan of from his Niners days. They have Breece Hall. They have, why do I always forget the wide receiver? Garrett Wilson? Yeah. They have a young, and that defense is really good. I still think the Jets, if everything goes right, and I don't mean like unrealistically right, like 5,000 yards and 60. I'm saying if they stay relatively healthy and these guys play to most of their potential, I think the Jets are a shoo-in playoff team if that happens. They're a great defense. And for years, they've been for a few years, they've been a really good defense, let down by their offense. They have 3 of the best weapons in the NFL.
Are you suggesting that week 1 Monday night is a Super Bowl preview?
I hadn't thought of that. I'm not suggesting that, Jason, but I'll tell you.
It's not a crazy thought.
It's not a crazy thought. Put the Niners stuff aside. I mean, they're a favorite to win. Yeah, exactly.
Jets got a lot of hype last year, and then it got squashed on that first Monday night. But.
That's right. This is again. If you told me right now if you told me right now that the Jets offense would be a top 10 offense, which I don't think is ridiculous. Again, Breece Hall in a lot of fantasy football drafts is going number 1. And I know that's a stupid metric to go by, but he's a very good running back. Garrett Wilson, if Aaron Rodgers is on this year, I think a lot of people are going to realize how very good Garrett. You're only as good as the guy throwing you the ball.
Yeah, where does Rodgers go amongst fantasy QBs?
I don't know. It's a really good question. He's going to be one of those. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be one of those guys that in most drafts, maybe around 8th or 9th QB taken, but by the end of the year, it may be one of those situations. Oh wow, he's really, really good. And he's got his old buddy Alan Lazard, right? But he's also got Mike Williams, who was often in the shadows in LA/San Diego, and Garrett Wilson's fantastic. And that especially if they get Hassan Reddick to show up, that defense is stupid. It's stupid good. So do I think the Jets are going to – would I pick the Jets to win the AFC? No. I'm going to pick the Chiefs until they don't make it.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be sitting here shocked in February. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. So that the Jets are an incredibly intriguing team. And again, this is a deja vu from last year. It's the same thing, except, he's a year older. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
A headline on ESPN said, quote, #1 center avoids ban for positive steroid test. Do you know what that's about?
So I saw it and I was like, well, if he's number 1, I'm sure he's in a lot worse. If you're the #1 center, you've done worse than take steroids. So you may not be banned, but you're going to hell. But then after I stopped making jokes to myself at 4 a.m., I was like, what the hell is this? It's not a college football player.
Nope.
And then I clicked on it. It's a tennis player. A guy. And then I went, I don't know who the #1 tennis player in the world. I feel like I should know that. I feel like that should be common knowledge.
The #1 tennis player is named Sinner?
Yes. He's the #1 tennis player in the world. Now, if you'd asked me who the number one tennis player in the world was, my first guess would have been Carlos Alcaraz, right? And then if you're like, no, it's not Alcaraz, then my second guess would be, oh, well, then it's got to be Djokovic.
Yeah.
No, it's not Djokovic. I don't know. Is it? I feel like it's not Rafael Nadal, but I know him. I mean, I don't know him, but no.
McEnroe.
Andy Murray, McEnroe. Who's the guy that played Billie
Andre
Jean?
Sampras.
Yeah. Andre Sampras.
Pete Agassi.
Michael Chang.
Yeah.
Remember Michael? That's a good 30 for 30, by the way. I saw that last week. And it's like, oh, hell. Anyone know his first name? I'll find it here.
Jakob.
Is it Jakob?
I believe so.
I feel like you're making that up. No, it's Yannick. Yannick Sinner. It's a great name. That's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
But is that where we're at in tennis?
Yes.
Or is he one of those schmoes that, like, every once in a while, like, the real number one gets hurt or something, or takes time off? And
Djokovic?
Yeah, right. Is he like, is he like the tennis's Luke Donald? Where, like, Luke Donald was number one. No offense to Luke Donald, by the way. It was, like, number one in golf for, like, 20 minutes. And then it was like, then Tiger came back from injury. Whatever.
Moved him aside.
You knew that? I know you're a tennis guy. You knew that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that says more about my ignorance or just where tennis is right now. But then again, here's one thing. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea who the number one women's tennis player in the world is?
I can't place her name. I do. I would know it the second you say it, but I can't.
Okay, let's see.
I don't have it.
Nope. You would?
I think so. What's it begin with, the last name?
An S.
No, I don't have it.
I can tell you right now with absolutely no on my.
Oh, Swiatek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Iga is Swiatek.
Uh-huh. If that's how you say it.
I had a Swiatek calculator when I was in school. And then secondly is Arina Sabalenka.
Sure.
Yeah. If I've heard either of those names in my life, they didn't stick.
Yeah.
Now, number 3 is Coco Gauff.
There you go.
I know that.
Yeah.
And then Elena Rybakina, Jasmine Paolini, Jessica Pegula. I think I've heard of her. She's American. Yeah, dude. I don't know if tennis is in trouble or if it's me. I struggle there.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
But dude,
I mean, I just see some of the majors.
It's kind of like with baseball, though. Like baseball, I can name all the
from the past:
Borg, Lendl, McEnroe, Connor, Sampras, Chang, Agassi, like Boris Becker, Venus, Serena, Steffi, Monica. Like, is it like that now for littler kids?
I don't think so.
Right? I don't know that. I have no way of knowing that. But like that was me. Like I would freaking watch Steffi Graf play every tournament I could. Monica Seles, I'll never forget. By the way, before she got stabbed, she wasn't just the person who got stabbed. Yeah. She was a hell of a player.
And maybe things cycle through. Like maybe if we go 30 years ago, are you naming that many people on the PGA Tour? Whereas now you can more so. Because Tiger,
you're right.
Stayed with it, or MMA, obviously. Other thing, boxing, we used to be able to do.
Yeah,
that's changed. So just some sports change over time.
It really is weird, man. Because those Sampras, Chang, Agassi days, that was insane.
Right,
that was must see TV. Okay, sorry, number 3.
Question 3.
The Cowboys had a fire in their Oxnard hotel, and thankfully, everyone was perfectly okay. That being said, have you ever had a fire alarm go off in your hotel?
You've traveled more than me, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What time-ish of day?
Morning, where it was like the alarm, and morning where you could be awake, but it was kind of maybe a little bit, or like, we get up early now, but it would have been, sun was up, but ideally I would have been sleeping a little bit more. So fire alarms going off, telling you like, you're like, are we supposed to evacuate? Like, is this real? Then open the door and see that people are going to the stairwell. Okay. So that has happened.
We had one in England. We stayed at this place in Leeds, and it went off at about 11:30 at night. We happened to be going to bed. We were up late that night. And so we go out in the hall. It's really loud, too. We go out in the hall, and like there's like people. There's like one dude in his boxers. It's like, bro, put on a robe. There were a few people in robes and bare feet. And then we're all like shuttling around. At first, they start going to the elevator. It's like, elevator didn't work. So this is the best part. We go to where, first off, the stairwell wasn't like properly marked. So we go to the end of the hall. We go to the door to open the stairwell, and it was locked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. And so and thank God, within 5 seconds, the alarm went off. It was a false alarm, whatever. But had that not happened, be like, dude, okay, if this is real, I'm going to be very upset.
Right.
We'll take a break.
It's a trap.
It is. I mean, because you always wonder, is it real?
Yeah.
Anytime a fire alarm goes off, you wonder. When we come back, we got some fun audio for you, including Kruk and Kipe having a little bit of fun. And you think you could call baseball? Well, this person did. You might be surprised. There's a big future there. We'll do it next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have plenty of sunshine today with temperatures a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Delta breeze will be picking up and daytime highs will be ranging in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
This Labor Day, head to the Roseville Auto Mall for our biggest sale of the year. It's the only place where you'll choose from 20 top brands. Brought to you by 17 award-winning dealers. The giant Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, where selection, savings, and satisfaction meet.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning. Still, with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Welcome to the Tap House Restaurant at Bartley Cavanaugh Golf Course. With an array of local craft brews from a selection of 20 taps, the Tap House menu boasts freshly made sandwiches, crisp salads, and a variety of specialty entrees. The Tap House is the perfect place for a round after your round at Bartley Cavanaugh Golf Course, especially during happy hour from 3 to 6 daily. Drop by the Tap House Restaurant for scenic views, exquisite food, and a hearty welcome. The Tap House at Bartley Cavanaugh Golf Course.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, Jason, I refilled it. I'm just above good morning.
Did you finish the whole thing yesterday?
I'll have you know.
Close to it?
I finished it, and then I got all the way down to almost, I finished the whole one, and then got down to almost finished. I got down to a 7 top. By the way, if you're driving around listening, I've got this giant water bottle that holds, 64 ounces plus whatever this all. What would you say? It's about 80 ounces.
Yeah, the whole thing on the other side says how much is in there. Where did I see it? 84 ounces.
It does.
It's at the bottom.
Oh, okay. So 84 ounces. So I drank probably, let's see, that'd be 168 for 2. I probably drank 160 ounces yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
I told you, like, literally, I know this is kind of gross, but honestly, I could pee into a clear glass and put ice cubes in it and offer it to you as water. Like, you would have no idea. That would be a really bad,
gross.
Yeah, that'd be a gross prank, but I would never do that. So, sniffing. But 2 things.
The water doesn't stink.
Number 1, I will admit that at one point, I guess I should have looked this up. Okay, I need to bring it down for a second because I do not want to mix the fun I've been having with water into this next into my question because it legit. So we all remember the radio station promotion that ended tragically when they drank too much water. I found myself wondering as I was most of the way through, I was like, God, is there a limit though? Like, I know you're supposed to get so much water per day, but can you overdo that? And or is it just like such an insane amount that there's no way you could naturally get there without like forcing yourself?
Well, I don't know the answer. I don't want to claim to know.
It's called water intoxication.
Right. But like, what is that?
I think if you're
I think it's when you push all of like the sodium out of your body.
Oh.
Like, because your body needs, I think it has something to do with your brain. It needs like a certain amount of like salt in your body for your body to work.
Yeah. But you're spreading that. Like, I think if you did like you said, you almost had 2 of those. If you did that in an hour.
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, and also I'm incredibly peeing.
Yeah.
Which they weren't like, that wasn't obviously that was the whole point of the thing. Yeah. No, I'm a sprinkler, dude. Yeah. Like 3 times last night.
I want to say it happens a lot like with marathon run or like endurance runners to where they're hydrating a lot, but then they're
the sodium
pushing
level?
all of their like through sweat, pushing everything out. That's why.
Yeah. Well, and they have to take like I know they have little powders that you can put in your water that have like the electrolytes and it tastes kind of like salty water. Mm-hmm. But that was something I was looking at yesterday too, Jason, was in watching these videos and stuff. Like the difference between a marathon runner's body and a sprinter's body is insane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want I mean, no offense to them. I wouldn't want it. Marathon runners' bodies they're always like pale and weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just
be pale.
Well, not pale. Just they don't look incredibly healthy compared to it. Like a sprinter's body
it's
is
just muscle on muscle, and just lean and
like beach body.
Yeah,
like that's a sprinter, and I guess it has something to do with intervals and things I don't understand. But
when are you starting your sprints?
Dude, I gotta get through a full workout first before the whole sprint thing. As I go down this road to find out exactly like the whole thing. Like, well, when you get older, you'll know. Well, I think I might be there. I don't know. I need to find out. Do I actually have limitations on me because of age? Because I've never had that before. Never experienced that before. But dear Lord, soreness, not overrated. Anyways, so let's start with this audio roundup here. Gordon Beckham is a former Chicago White Sox, but had a cup of coffee with, literally a cup of coffee with the Giants.
And it was an espresso.
Exactly. Kruk and Kipe, the legendary announcers for the San Francisco Giants, are class acts as always. Anytime an ex-Giant comes in, they'll have, they'll say something nice. And they recorded something for the broadcast with Gordon and his partner.
Welcome back, Game 2 here at Oracle Park. And, I found out today that our old pal Lynn Casper is going to broadcast a game tonight for the White Sox on television with his partner. I think it's Gordon Beckham.
Yeah, Gordon Beckham, soccer player, married one of the girls.
No. I think he's a baseball player. Somebody said he played with the Giants.
Forgetful forever Giant, Gordon Beckham. I guess that's who it is.
Well, fellas, good luck. And Gordon, we miss you.
No, we don't.
Broken pipe.
Oh man.
Well played. That is pretty good right there. I had a legendary Giant career. I don't know what they're talking about. One of the Spice Girls. That's hilarious. They're an institution here in San Francisco, and great guys.
Clearly.
Yeah, I set them up.
That's awesome.
Well done.
He did not marry a Spice Girl. That was Jason Beckham.
No. Yeah.
What's great is they had his stats while they were talking about that. It's like 0 for 5 career with the Giants.
Yeah, they put up the score line at the bottom.
1 RBI.
During the Mets game yesterday, I probably could have done more research, but I didn't care enough to find out why there was a tiny little kid in the broadcaster's booth, but there was a tiny little kid in the broadcaster's booth. I see Chris is on it. Thank you. And here's a little audio of tiny little kid calling the game.
Here's the 1-2, and Alonso smacks that one, and it is down for a base hit. It goes to the wall. Pete Alonso is trying for 2. He'll make it in there standing, and it is a leadoff double.
Kingston, that was fantastic. You did a great job, and I don't know how much you've practiced your play-by-play skills, but you were spot on.
Kingston.
Apparently, it's a yearly contest.
Oh, and he won?
Mm-hmm.
Do you use...
What's the age of Kingston? He's pretty young.
Got to be. Okay, I want to guess 8.
That's the number I had in my head.
8, yeah. Chris, do you use Audition or Odyssey?
You guys are way off.
9?
7.
9.
9. Oh, well. He's pretty much an adult.
Yeah.
Do you use
That's good then.
You use Audition or Odyssey?
Both.
Do either of that? Here's if you're busy, don't worry about it. But I did find myself wondering, what if we slowed that clip down a bit? I wonder how because obviously it's a little kid.
Yeah.
But I feel like the cadence and tempo is actually really good. So what would it sound like if it was like, not like FBI informant slow, but it was like on the pitch? Probably sound like he was hammered.
Pete Alonso off the wall. And
well, he sounds like Ernie Harwell. It's just some classic. All right, one more piece of audio here for you in this segment too. For those of you, and this is geared from a husband to a wife, but I think this could work either way. We have many of our wonderful female fans or diehard football fans as well. This is something maybe we all should be doing with the season, the NFL season, just a couple weeks away.
I need to hand this to you.
Is it me?
This needs to read out loud.
Callie, this is to inform you that 2 weeks from today is the start of the NFL season. The past several months, I have been an engaged, loving, helpful, and thoughtful husband and father. However, I must with this inform you that I am putting in my 2 weeks notice. I will no longer be available for work on Sundays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday evenings, nor Thursday evenings due to conflicting commitments. I'll also be unavailable every Saturday due to conflicting commitments between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. the next morning. This will be in effect until the end of February and early March. Thank you for your understanding. This is sorry, you can't quit. We're short-staffed.
I didn't hear that part.
That's a perfect comeback.
Yeah. I was like, I'd seen part of that clip, but she was handling that well.
That's actually probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Is she gets hit with that out of the blue, which is funny and cute. And then you can't quit, dude. We're short staffed.
Yeah.
And by the way, my wife makes a Facebook post every year about it too on opening day on Thursday. She's like, "Yep, losing my husband," and it is kind of true. Like I will admit, Sundays now. This is where we do have the dream job because I can always whip out the whole, honey, it's work.
Yeah.
But
I've got to watch.
I have to. I don't. I would rather be with the family right now, but I have to watch the games.
Yeah.
And you do, but your Sundays are gone. Chris, the wonder something. I was trying to say something nice, but you have already pulled it off. Here is a little kid. Kingston slowed down.
Here's the 1-2, and Alonso smacks that one, and it is down for a base hit. It goes to the wall. Pete Alonso is trying for 2. He'll make it in there standing, and it is a leadoff double.
Jason, do you know who that sounds like?
I think I do.
Chris?
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Can you go back?
Here's 1-2, and Alonso smacks that one, and it is down for a base hit. It goes to the wall. Pete Alonso is trying for 2. He'll make it in there standing, and it is a leadoff double. Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Same guy.
So now I get it.
Yeah.
The kid had called something else. They slowed it down. That's where we got the clip from because apparently there's an outfielder named Blanco Nino.
Yes.
That actually worked out very, very well. Well, obviously the clip. We just want to see how his voice would sound lower. That clip was a little bit more low energy than the kid who was actually in there. And probably because the kid went to American Energy Heating and Air before he popped in the announcer's booth and got himself a second opinion. Now, you may be wondering why I'm talking about American Energy when that's at 9:30. The answer is I like to preview my endorsements because right now, that's a tease for what's coming up at 9:30. Right now, I want to talk to you about my friends at Hoblet. Hey. Haters will say that was photoshopped. It was not. Welcome in. Carmichael Dave here. For my dear, dear friends at Hoblet, I'd like to remind everybody that with the exception of probably one product over the years, I have tried everything I endorse or experienced it or use it, whatever. And I can tell you that car I drive out front, Hoblet. Car my wife drives, Hoblet. Oh, and by the way, and just full disclosure, it's Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. I drive a Tesla. She drives a Jeep. So it's with their used cars, you're not just restricted to those makes and models of vehicles, but during making this The Summer Sales event they have going on right now, and the brand new Hoblet certified pre-owned super center in historic downtown Woodland. There's so much going on, including saving over $11,000 off MSRP on the brand new Dodge Charger SXT, starting as low as $29,520. Speaking of Jeep, save up to $17,000 on select new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. That is a heck of a deal. They're different from the big city auto mall dealers. No markups, no add-ons, no surprise fees, and you can take advantage of the federal and state rebates with a new plug-in hybrid. And also, hey, I just got my stickers the other day, man. Another great thing about driving electric, carpool lanes. No more toll booths. Let's put the stickers on the side, which look kind of dumb, but whatever, it's worth it. Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Get up there, you tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. When we return, Pete Carroll's going back to USC. He is. Also, Brian Flores reacts to Tua Tagovailoa's comments we played for you yesterday. We're right back after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture with daily use.
At Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we make the dream of owning a new car easy and stress-free.
With prices that you just can't say no to. Save on our best selection of the year during the final days of the Honda Summer Event.
Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com. #1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael, Tyler Rich, Dasha, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Sometimes
the breaks are great.
The breaks are great. Do you still have the audio of the little kid? You play the first part of that, please. If you have it, sorry. Did you put it away?
The slowed down version?
The slowed down, yeah, sorry. There's a bunch of text.
There's the 1-2, and Alonzo smacks that one, and it is down for a big.
That does not sound like the put in the lotion in the basket guy.
Oh, that's the other thought I was going.
Was that you? Yeah. Does it sound like?
I mean, it's not 100%.
Right, I got it.
It's better for nice catch, yo.
Oh dear. All right, we got stuff for you. What the hell do we have going on right now? Oh, no, we got a giveaway coming up here about
tech shots.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Tech shots. Yeah. Hey, helping him out. Pete Carroll's going back to USC. That's big news.
Mm-hmm.
He's going back to teach.
Yes.
He's going to be Mr. Carroll. He's not sure if he'll go back to coaching or not, but he told a radio station up in Seattle that he will start teaching a class at USC in the spring. He is temporarily calling it How to Cheat in College Football and Get Away with It.
Come on.
No, that's not.
Got him.
Yeah. I don't think that's true.
Thief.
It was his first comments to a local media since his farewell news conference at Seahawks headquarters. He says he will be advising some other clubs, but didn't specify which ones, but did clarify they aren't football teams.
Oh, okay.
Would
you take a class from him?
I'm looking for this.
It's not listed. I know it's in the spring, and I don't even think what the class is.
Yeah, they don't say what it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's
kind of like when
jet fuel melt steel.
When
Professor,
you're stupid.
C-Web was teaching. It was a professor. It was like, it may just be kind of cool to say you took a course from someone like that.
Yeah, I want to. I mean, is it how to?
Does he have like office hours that you could go and talk to him?
That's what I'm wondering. Or is it like when Indy Jones had office hours and everyone's trying to break in and he sneaks out the door? How to look super young? Mm-hmm. I'd take that. How to chew gum furiously?
Yes.
I don't know.
How to chew gum like it's disappointing you.
How's the final go?
All right. This is interesting. Sorry, I need to listen to this first, but Demarcus Cousins spoke on his time in Sacramento on the Draymond Green show. He tells a story about Francisco Garcia, his vet, changing his perspective on the franchise after being traded. Look that up, would you, Chris? I'm obviously not playing that without hearing it first because both DeMarcus and Draymond tend to have colorful language. Some more audio for you, Jason, if you don't mind.
I don't.
We talked yesterday about Tua Tagovailoa's comments about Brian Flores. Here's Brian. This is a little bit extended, but this is Coach Flores on those comments.
Specific to the comments that were made by Tua. I just want to say, look, I'm genuinely happy for the success that Tua's had, and I really wish him nothing but the best. And, I think, player relationships are very important to me. I think that's kind of the foundation of coaching. I got into coaching because I was impacted as a young guy by my high school coaches, my college coaches, going all the way to Pop Warner. I got into coaching because, I want to make that same kind of impact, positive impact, pour it into young people, help them become, as KO says all the time, the best versions of themselves. And, that's really my goal always in coaching.
He was also asked, actually, I want to hear the Q&A part of this, not just the answer, on being a horrible person.
The words he used were terrible person. I'm just curious how that hit you when you saw it.
Okay. He's a terrible person, not horrible person. That's why no one trusts the media, Jason.
Okay.
Here's Flores.
Look, I'm human, so that hit me in a way that, I wouldn't say it was, positive for me, but at the same time, I've got to use that and say, hey, how can I grow from that? How can I be better? Do I feel like that's me? No.
It's a good answer.
I think that is a good answer.
Because, nobody wants to hear that.
No.
But he kind of addressed it like, okay, I'm going to tell you that didn't hit me positively, but where else can I grow? But I don't think that's me.
What if he's just trolling? He's like, I love hearing that.
Yeah.
You know what? That tells me he's weak. He'll never win a Super Bowl.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah. You know what? He's a terrible person. Got him. It is a good answer. What are you going to say? And the fact that he said I've grown and as an individual.
Yeah.
But it's not fun to hear.
Nope, not at all.
Second half of the show coming up. Let's get back to NBA expert predictions from ESPN.com. Also, later on in the program, Niners at 9. Coach Kyle gives us an update on both Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams. We have some more comments from him as well. So sit back, enjoy yourself. Hour number 3 coming up next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have plenty of sunshine today with temperatures a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Delta breeze will be picking up and daytime highs will be ranging in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Your water heater. Old, rusty, forgotten. We hardly ever even think about them until there's no hot water. Right now, get incredible rebates up to $3,000 off and financing available for as little as $40 a month. Leave it to Bonnie to crank up the heat.
Toyota's national sales event is on now through Labor Day weekend. It's time to keep your summer going with the new Toyota Hybrid and its incredible MPG. That means fewer fill-ups and more adventure. Choose from Toyota's 16 hybrid and electrified models, more than any other brand. And go the distance with Toyota's class-leading fuel efficiency and reliability. There's one for everybody. Hit the open road in your new Toyota Hybrid and live it up in California. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places.
My kids call me Tom. So unnerving. Every day, the older one's like, how you doing, Tom? I go, hey, I'm not your fucking stepdad, all right? I wish I was. It'd be a lot easier, but I'm not.
From his multiple Netflix specials, comedian Tom Segura brings his new tour, Come Together, to the venue at Thunder Valley September 5th. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Tom Segura, Come Together.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Go to the chat line, YouTube. Whiny Ryan. Start calling him Whiny Ryan. Ryan is a little, I love Ryan, but he is a little sensitive. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna read it in the whiny voice.
Okay.
Carmichael Dave won't acknowledge Carmichael Dave won't acknowledge the suggestion like all my other suggestions, but the song Tequila by the Champ should be on the Sax Rushmore. Yeah, I mean, that's actually a good shout. Don't get me wrong. Would you say of all the listeners that listen to this show, is Ryan on the Mount Rushmore of listener mentions? Like MC's on there, yeah. Zeebs, probably Chris Guerrero. Would you say Ryan's right there, isn't he?
Yeah, Earl.
Well, Earl hasn't been around.
AB's
been getting a lot of mentions lately. I feel like Ryan's in the running for the fourth most mentioned person on the show.
Now, who gets the most positive mentions?
Zeebs?
No,
who?
I gotta say Ryan.
Oh, Ryan. No, you're right. Actually, I'm sorry. I thought you were leading me down a different road.
I would say Ryan and Zeebs are almost always positive.
Yeah.
And the other people you mentioned, it's always like, shut up.
That's right. We have publicly congratulated Ryan multiple times. I communicate fairly regularly, which I'm sure I will be doing later with him on Facebook Messenger. I'm supposed to, he keeps inviting me, God bless him, out to, I've always wanted to go to Skywalker Ranch, and he works out there. It's just, the problem is it's always like Wednesday at 8 p.m., and that's like a 2-hour drive. But I'm just saying, Ryan, I read them. I just can't,
Yeah.
Let's talk about stuff like this as we get into the segment. But you guys saw my daughter called me, right?
Yes.
Which has never happens during the show. So she's having a crisis. I'd like to go around the room and make this is, it takes a village. So I pick the kids up from school usually. And my daughter, this has happened before. And remember, we've had many conversations on the show about my daughter and responsibility and how they don't always shake hands with each other. So my daughter, who is the big band leader this year.
A lot of responsibility.
A lot of responsibility. And when
heavy is a crown.
Heavy is the crown, Chris. It's well said. And when you are a senior and you are the band leader and you are in charge of like all these kids and you're setting the example and you've earned the spot over the previous 3 years, I would say, let me ask you guys this. I'll give you a trivia question. When participating in band class and or their after school practice, what would you say is the number one most important thing to take to class? Your
instrument.
Your instrument. She plays trumpet, which is currently in the trunk of my car because she forgot it. So she called me, Daddy, today's a really big day. We're doing practice and this and that. Is there any way you can bring the trumpet over? And this is not her first offense on this. So we had a very good conversation. I will give her credit. She took it well. I was like, no, I'm not bringing the trumpet. I'm not inconveniencing myself driving an hour over there, however the hell long it is, to bring you your trumpet. Be honest with your teacher. Apologize. See if there's like a spare trumpet or something, or if not, you practice all the time. Do other things to make up for it.
You should be able to mouth the trumpet. Just go.
But I'm not going to lie. Like, she took it well, and maybe that's part of the reason why, but I'm not going to lie. I am feeling kind of guilty about that. Like, should I just take her
Oh, she's learned.
I know. Like, part of me goes, dude, stop being a hard ass. She's a kid. She's got a lot on her mind. She's a good kid. She gets good grades. Take her the stupid trumpet. Stop being a ding dong. But then the other part of me is like, dude, if you always bail her out, what happens in 4 years when her TPS reports are not done and she left them in the trunk?
But now as a band leader, maybe when someone else needs a little help, she's like, you're on your own, kid. You didn't make that decision.
I mean, isn't that better though? To teach them?
Is it?
I don't know. I think it is. I think the world is too, me personally, I think the world is too filled with parents trying to be their kid's friend and bailing their kids out all the time. And everybody just wants to do what's best for their kids. That's all you ever want to do is what's best. I'm struggling with this one.
I think you stun her by buying her a car. And then that way the trumpet will always be in there.
I say email the trumpet piece by piece back to her.
And send her like a little ransom note. Like, all right, what if I do this? Okay, is this giving in? It kind of is, but what if I just I know that her band and her band practice is at the very end of the day, right? What if I just let her suffer for a couple hours, go through the whole thing, and then like surprise her and say, all right, dude. Or I'm kind of giving in, aren't I? Like I let her suffer and feel like she's not going to have, maybe she even talks to her band teacher and then daddy rolls in at the end and goes, all right, don't let it happen. God, that just feels like such a pushover.
Yeah, I think you either commit to that and not deliver, or you say, yeah, I brought it by. Like it's one of the two, right?
Yeah.
Do you want a kid that will go to their parent for help? Or,
or
a kid that will just like, I could figure this out by my
I'm
own.
making myself incredibly vulnerable right now, and you were just kicking me right in the dingleberry.
I mean, honestly, do you think this will happen again?
If I had to lay odds, yes.
Okay.
If I had to lay odds, yes, because it's happened.
Then I think you got to go down the lesson road.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I do.
If you think
I do. If I was betting money,
and a better chance of it not happening
yes,
again,
yes,
is probably by the lesson.
I think going through the pain now. And by the way, she's not missing a performance or anything. Mm-hmm. It's a practice. It's practice. Talk about practice. I think going through the pain now will hopefully motivate her to, dude, I gotta figure it out. I literally have I have a text and I have a Facebook message that just showed up on my watch from Oscar, a huge Kings fan, also a teacher. Dave, stay strong and don't take the trumpet. This is a great teaching moment. We can't save them all the time. That's from Oscar. Okay, I feel a little bit better. Let's go to the text line, the personal text line.
Is this going to be your wife?
Nope.
Oh, because what was she call your wife?
I think my wife generally leans towards just take her the trumpet. We'll figure it out. But I also feel like that's part of the problem, right? Because mommy always bails them out. What local media member just texted me, take her the effing trumpet? Like literally read the bottom text. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
He's listed in my phone as Apple Incorporated because somehow a long time ago his number got changed with the Apple customer service line. That would be Sean Cunningham. Sean says, take her the blanking trumpet.
Sean and I agree. He's a smart guy.
Oh, boy, the text line. I'm not. Yeah, whatever.
What if you show up at practice playing the trumpet? Her trumpet. So like it embarrasses her more.
Okay, I think we can have a compromise. You take her the trumpet, but you keep the mouthpiece.
I was thinking where you guys are going because I kind of like this idea. I show up right before practice. I hold out the trumpet, and then I go, psych, and I leave. Oh, God. I'm going to stay strong, but
I don't think you will.
Look at that.
It's a spider.
It's a tarantula. Sorry, buddy.
You're about to.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Nope.
That didn't go anywhere.
Oh.
Swinging and missing.
I was. Did I get you?
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry, there's a spider on the desk. All right, we got to move on. That's just. There's nothing like the damage a daughter can do to a father in the Marine. Stay strong.
When she's giving her valedictorian speech in college, thanks, Dad, for not bringing me my trumpet. I couldn't have made it without you.
She might be on top of the tower. Yes. I knew I'd get him.
Good shot, Avery.
Oh, that's such a good pull. If people get it, you're welcome.
It's scary. You knew exactly where I was going.
Yes.
All right.
So raising kids doesn't get easier as they get older?
No.
Do you need to leave to
God, just no. It just, they're just little morons that you're trying to lessen the morality. And it just, God, you just never know. It's like, I feel like moments like this matter. And there's no handbook. I wish there was. Yeah. I wish there was an app.
What would it read?
Like a little magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Just type in the AI question. Hey Siri. Should I take my daughter her trumpet that she forgot and left in my trunk?
I didn't get that.
Well, shut up.
Yes.
Or no. That's like her mother. Exactly. I didn't get that. All right, we'll take a break. By the way, expert predictions. Yeah. I just always blow through the segments you work so very hard on. NBA expert predictions from ESPN.com for 24-25. We're talking about awards, and we will talk about where and if any Sacramento Kings are involved. Just a 1-minute break. I'll have my midlife crisis. We'll be back after this.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Snatched De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. Carmichael Dave.
He just has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
The break didn't help you, did it?
No, it didn't, because Sean Cunningham's putting the full court press on.
Yeah.
I hope
he's being persuasive.
Yeah, I hope he persuades his car off the road.
Wow.
Nothing
Hands
bad.
10 and 2.
Sean's up early today. I'm surprised.
He is.
You say he was just coming from some football practice.
He's working.
Sean, I'll say this about Sean. We all go back a long way with Sean Cunningham. I'll say this about Sean. He always wears hats.
Yeah.
He's got a huge cologne collection. Also, he's just everywhere.
Yeah. Everybody knows him.
Everyone. He's everywhere. Oh, the Christian Brothers Hall of Fame banquet was last night, and Sean was on the scene. Like, I don't know where I understand that he can fit it all in. His schedule.
He might end up at the band practice.
Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. He might be covering it.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Hall of Fame hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean is honestly, we keep needing to do the
Sacramento weather is brought.
That wasn't Sean. We need to do the thing we keep talking about, Jason, where we go to a comedy movie with Sean on one side.
I've had that pleasure, yeah.
Chris on the other.
Yeah, it's great.
Chris,
they don't make comedy movies anymore.
What?
Like, when's the last time you saw oh, that's coming out? I gotta see that.
What about this Y2K one? That
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also that A24 studio. It's always, I don't know. I feel like that's all the goth kids. Their movies are always like goth kid movies.
I am underground goth. I'm not.
I got you. She got Chris's cackle on one side, and then Sean's Barney Rubble.
Yeah.
All right, back to it, guys. Let's not get distracted. Expert predictions from ESPN.com. MVP, the vote getters from third to first. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay.
Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
The favorite to win this year's MVP. Duke Lonson.
Yeah, boy, do they want to give him the award, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They do want to. I'm going to go with Jokic again.
Wow. Would that be 4 and 5 years?
Look, it's like the Kansas City Chiefs. Until he loses, and by the way, should be going for his 5th in a row, in my humble opinion. 6 men. There's a tie. Malik Monk and Alex Caruso are tied. I don't know. Alex Caruso's not going to start, though.
How about Malik Monk?
That would actually be kind of funny. Both Monk and Caruso started, and they're just out of it. But yeah, I get the feeling Malik's going to come off the bench.
I do too. I mean, at this point, we said it last year. Look, Malik said he wanted to start last year. They were trying to keep him. They did keep him. He still has reiterated he would like to start, but he's also said, to his credit, hey, I'm going to do what's best for the team. Mike Brown so far has thought that's what's best for the team, is to bring him off the bench. He started everyone but Monk when the position was available.
Doesn't it? I find it, I wouldn't say impossible to believe. I just find it really difficult to believe that Malik Monk probably passed up more money, signed 4 years, $78 million. Such a coup for the Kings. And at some point during the conversation and the negotiation, I want to start didn't come up.
Yeah.
And the fact that he signed, if it did come up, tells me he was told he could start. And it's not like a new guy. Like, you would never do that with a new guy. I mean, unless it was like Durant or Curry or something, whatever. I just find it weird to believe that he was like, yeah, I'll sign. And, hey, I want to start, but whatever. I'm going to commit the next 4 years of my, literally the bulk of the remainder of his prime has now been committed to the Sacramento Kings. And you can ask for trades and all that. I get it. But, and that wasn't broached.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Obviously, it wasn't in these conversations, but I believe Malik might have said it kind of in that way. Like, yeah, I would like to start, but look, his gesture in a sense is being a team guy.
But he was a team guy the last 2 years.
Right. But I still think I think that might be who he is. In a sense where, like, if we really believe he could have gotten $100 million, well, he's already being a team guy by agreeing to $4 and $78. He took I don't like the word discount, hometown discount, but that's kind of the theory here, right? And so I don't know, doesn't it land differently? I think it's still how you look and appear and image is like, hey, look, I would like to start. That's the competitor. That's why I think I'm the team's best player, but I'm going to do what's best for the team. Like, I think that would be a good way to do it. And if you're saying that, I think the organization knows he wants to start, but
the only problem I have with that, Jason, is probably the most famous example of a sixth man that could have started is Manu Ginobili.
Correct.
You could throw Jamal Crawford in there, but really it's Ginobili. But the thing with Manu Ginobili by the way, I don't know how much he did or didn't push to start ever, but if he did, the one thing Pop could always say to him is, we're winning championships. Mm-hmm. Do you really want to screw with it? Whereas Malik could say, yeah, I get it's what I want to do what's best for the team. You know what's best for the team? Me starting. You know what didn't happen last year? Yeah. I didn't start. We didn't make the playoffs. Right. So it's not like we're out here winning titles. I want to start. And I don't look, I think it can be overplayed because we all like Disney movies, but I don't think we should underplay either the idea that he and Fox want to share the backcourt.
Yeah, which they do, a decent amount. Would this ever, you think, enter Malik's mind as far as like something like this? He is the favorite to win the sixth man of the year.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if he started and won any other kind of award. Not that
that's true.
I don't know that he wanted to win sixth man once he was in that spot.
Sure.
And I think he should have. I thought Naz Reid should not have, but whatever. You think there's any weight to that?
Maybe some residual. I got screwed last year. I want to win it this year, and I'm certainly not doing that. I don't know, because Malik Monk winning sixth man of the year is not what's best for the team. I don't know that it's bad. What I'm saying is the award doesn't make a difference.
That's actually interesting. So if he has a great year as a sixth man and wins that, the byproduct would likely be he wins the award.
Sure.
But if he has a great year as a starter, you're saying that's better for the team? I don't know the answer. Hope whoever you start, if he's the sixth man, you hope whoever you start is good. Like your Herter was pretty good. He had a rough ending to that year, but Malik was really good, and Herter started. And whether it's Herter or Ellis or Lyles, like your suggestion, whatever, as long as Malik is great and that other starter is good, I don't think that's bad for the team.
The only thing I'm considering right now is Malik Monk having a great year as a starter, Malik Monk having a great year as a sixth man. His great year against the other team's competition is probably more important than his great year. It would. Okay, let me put this the right way. Malik Monk having a great year as a starter, I think, is more difficult to replicate with another player than Malik Monk having a great year as a reserve, because you're going against reserves. I feel like the barrier to entry is less as a reserve.
You know what'd be interesting too? I don't know the answer to this, but how many minutes he does play against a reserve? Like generally, probably the first time he comes in.
Yeah.
But he finishes the game all the time. I think the only issue I have with him coming off the bench, the one issue I do, is I just think when you start, inherently you play more minutes. Yes. And I think he needs to play more minutes. So I've always said this, I don't care who starts, but Malik needs to play more minutes. So I think just by in nature, if he started, he's going to play on average 2 to 3 more minutes a game. And I think that's important.
I think you're right. And I think you're 100% right. I've also kind of come around, Jason, on, because I've said this for years, you've said it, and coaches have said it. It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, I've kind of come around that's kind of doogie. And I'll explain why. It does matter how you start.
True.
Because how you start puts you in position for how you finish.
Well, and the finish could be irrelevant if you get off to a great start all the time.
That's exactly right. Or how many times last year, this is my biggest argument. How many times last year did we watch the Sacramento Kings get kicked in the berries for 30 minutes a game and just get trucked? And then magically they eat the special Mario mushroom or Mario star, and next thing you know, they can't miss. It's insane. How many times were we like, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe? That's what I would literally call them on social media. These are banana in the tailpipe games. And it would piss me off because I'm sitting there in the fourth and, they're down 24 and they all look drunk. And then slowly but surely, they cut it to 15. Oh, they could cut it to single digits with 1.5 left. And I start seeing people like, it could happen. What was it? Was it the Celtics game that we almost won? Was that one of those examples? I'm trying to think of. They were getting the hell kicked out of them in Boston. And
that might have been.
Wasn't there a missed shot at the end? Was it the Keegan shot, right? Anyways.
Or didn't hang onto the rebound or something.
He didn't hang onto the rebound, and I think he also missed the putback, and he had more time on the clock. That's what it was. That was one of those we got drawn back in. And it's like, if you hadn't been in there's no way you read a pamphlet during the break between the third and fourth quarter and, this is how you play basketball, and that didn't happen. You just woke up. So I'm not saying it would be this way, but to the philosophy of it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The finish is predicated by the start and the rest of the game.
Right.
So logically speaking, if Malik Monk started and it was successful, that's better to me than who finishes.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Coach of the year. Tom Thibodeau leads in votes. That makes a little bit of sense. Although also, I don't know. A lot of times I feel like coach of the year generally goes to the coach that seemingly has done the biggest turnaround or the most with the least. And so the Knicks are loaded.
Right. And they were good last year. So, I mean, how does he, unless they just become the 1 seed and win 65 games or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, Jason, De'Aaron Fox and Demarcus Cousins, no surprise, led the team in minutes.
Yeah, wasn't Barnes third?
Murray was third.
Okay, then Barnes. That was my issue in a sense. Like, Barnes is fine, but like Monk should not have been fifth in minutes.
No, he was. Yeah, Monk was fifth in minutes. Yeah. He was 1.6 minutes a game ahead of Kevin Huerter. So Monk actually played more minutes, but I don't know how much the injury had to do with that. Well, no, because it's per game. I guess, so it didn't have anything to do with it. Interesting. We'll take a break. When we come back, remember that song? All the best QBs are in the AFC. Throw the football. Remember that?
I do.
Well, that's happening.
Oh, okay.
Right now, all the best QBs are in the AFC, Jason. We're going to talk about that because two guys that have played the position before, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Remember them? They played. They played. They had a cup of coffee. They listed the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. They agreed on 4. We'll tell you the other 2 along with that next.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have plenty of sunshine today with temperatures a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Delta breeze will be picking up and daytime highs will be ranging in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Coach Doug Christie here to remind you, if you're in the market for a new car, shop Folsom Lake Kia. Low interest rates, low payments, and 0 down deals with approval of credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some people just know safe drivers save more with Allstate. Just like they know a saxophone solo makes any song smoother. See? Smooth. And they know if you're a safe driver, you can save up to 40% with Allstate. Now that's nice.
Based on the national average premium savings for Allstate customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Got a drain that's clogged up? Or maybe a toilet? Or a faucet that just won't quit leaking? Kenny and Jerry are here from Bell Brothers, and we want you to know that it does make a difference which plumber you call.
At Bell Brothers, we respect your time by showing up when we say we'll be there. Our technicians are all background checked and drug tested, and will greet you with a smile.
They're trained to do the job right the first time, and they carry over 1,000 parts on their trucks, so they won't have to order something and then come back later.
They leave the work area cleaner than they found it, and your final bill will be the same as they quoted. That's why they call us the No Surprise Guys.
So if you need a plumber, it does make a difference who you call. Call Bell Brothers. Our number is 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino. Sacramento summertime heat is back. And of course, Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite everyone to soak up some air conditioning, still with the most variety of table games in the region. And as always, the best food, best service, and the best action, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. Capital Casino, of course, reminding everyone to please make sure you gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley's coming to town. Getting drunk on a plane. For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Shop Big O Tires now through August 27th and buy 3, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Cooper, Nitto, Nexen, National, or Sumitomo brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees extra. Not valid with other offers. See Big O dealer for details.
Sponsored by Xfinity Internet. Enjoy ultimate control of your home network. Personalize your Wi-Fi name and password. Assign user profiles. View and control connected devices and more with the Xfinity Internet app.
Offices, our sales manager, the lovely and talented JC Swan, he goes, "Bring her the damn trumpet, Dave," because he's from Australia or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And
right on.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And the thing is, he has a college age daughter.
Okay.
So I mean, this is a father of daughters too. So that rings a little bit anyways, if you just joined us. Bring her the trumpet is now trending on Twitter. No, it's not. Bunch of pushovers. Jason, if you're with me, that's all I care about.
I'm here. I'm ready.
The other day, both Peyton Manning and Tom Brady listed the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. The two of them agreed on Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Tom Brady added Aaron Rodgers, while Peyton Manning added Justin Herbert.
Okay.
First off,
good list.
It's a good list, and I'm trying to think, is there, I'm not gonna try to be like, who broke Purdy? Like, I get it. I off the top of my head, I don't disagree. I'm just looking last year. I don't know. If you go by yards, which you shouldn't, Tua led the league in yards.
And neither one said Tua.
Yeah. Jared Goff was second. Dak was third. Jordan Love. CJ Stroud's not there yet. Neither is Love. Trevor Lawrence, no. I think that's the right. If he didn't have such a down year last year, I would be tempted to have a conversation about Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
But he did. And so even then, I don't know if I'm knocking Aaron Rodgers or Justin Herbert off, although Hurts versus Herbert would be an interesting conversation. Anyways.
But that's already 6 from the AFC. And the couple that you already mentioned, Tua
and
CJ Stroud had a great year. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, there's just so many good quarterbacks in the AFC.
It's packed.
Yeah.
And, what's funny is that in the NFL, there's all kinds of storylines. But really, maybe the most popular storyline always is a quarterback's ascension to a championship.
Mm-hmm.
When we think about your big teams, if it's not the first name, it's certainly the second. You think about the Steelers dynasty, Terry Bradshaw, the 49ers, Joe Montana, Steve Young, and obviously Jerry Rice and Roger. I get that, but Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs, Aaron Rodgers with, that's how you think. Who didn't get, Jim Kelly never got one with the Bills. Dan Marino never got one with Miami. Peyton Manning finally got his and then got one again.
Yeah.
So,
and even on that, like if Manning and Brady spent so long in the same conference, kind of like this, like they either met each other in the AFC Championship or somewhere along the line, or how many did Brady keep Manning from getting?
That's
Manning,
right.
Hurt Brady a couple times, so they could have met in the Super Bowl more times than not. But now, like how many? Like Josh Allen, is Mahomes killing all these guys?
I always think about it, but weirdly, I cross sports. I always think about George Karl's Supersonics.
Mm-hmm.
I think about Jerry Sloan's Jazz with Malone and Stockton. I think about Charles Oakley's Knicks. How many times did Michael Jordan prevent, and these were all in the finals, Charles Barkley with the Suns? You run into this buzzsaw, and that's what they're doing with Mahomes right now, and that's what everybody did with Brady for 7 years. So it is one of those things where you unfortunately you got to deal with it, and it always ends up being they find these rivalries. So random, dude. I remember, I've always told you I was a Sports Illustrated kid growing up, had the subscription. That was my big thing. I read every word, see every page. I will never forget they had them in like a gunslinger type pose. And it was Troy Aikman of UCLA and Rodney Peete of USC. And so all that showdown in LA type of thing. Now, obviously Aikman had the better career, and Rodney had the wife on 21 Jump Street. But
Holly Robinson Peete?
That's right, buddy.
That's her husband?
That's right. Aren't you Holly's husband? But it is always that rival. Who is Patrick Mahomes' rival? I know we could say, well, could it be? Does he, though, really, truly have a rival? Because I don't think it's Josh Allen yet. That would be my closest.
Mm-hmm.
But is it? You have to have Brady got the better of Manning more often than not. But Manning certainly got the better of Brady a few times. Like it happened, both in the regular season and in the playoffs. It happened. Who's gotten the better of Patrick Mahomes on any? Now, Patrick Mahomes has lost in the playoffs.
Sure. I think Burrow got him. Brady got him.
Burrow got him. Brady got him. Brady's gone.
Right.
And Burrow hasn't.
I think Burrow's beaten him a couple times.
Yeah,
one in the playoffs and one in the regular season. But maybe if that kept happening, but Cincinnati also has to go on and win Super Bowls.
But if I said to you, because you're 100% right, but if I said to you, Patrick Mahomes' biggest rival right now is Joe Burrow, that just doesn't sound right to me. And when you look at the NFC, it's.
Who's the best QB there?
All right, here's your nominees. Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Matt Stafford, Derek Carr, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith. I'm going to stop there. If I had to take one of those NFC quarterbacks for 1 year.
I think I got mine.
All right, I'm going to write mine down.
Okay.
I'm going to write some other squigglies.
Oh,
here.
I can just tell
So
your word wasn't long enough.
Nope.
Can I guess who you wrote?
You can guess who I wrote. This
Based
is
on the number of letters I think you wrote.
This is, damn it. I even tried to throw you off too. Is
that right at the bottom?
No.
Yeah. That's not my guy.
That's not your guy.
I'm going to write my guy. And see if this helps you.
So I took Jalen Hurts. Yep. All right, hold on. All right, go. Okay, I gotta ask you.
You had a rougher pen.
Okay, I gotta ask you though.
Yeah. Only his letters.
Did you? So you didn't try to throw me off at all?
No trickery.
Did you write in cursive or print?
Print. In a normal size, in a larger font.
Oh, I think I got it. Okay, I'm gonna write down. All right, I'm gonna write. We should have put the mic on so everybody could play at home. Did you use this person's last name?
Yes.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah, you just got it.
Got it?
No. You did not get it.
Really?
You guessed Dak Prescott.
I did.
Yeah. For one game.
Or
1 year,
excuse me. Did you take Matt Stafford?
Did I take Matt Stafford?
You son of a biscuit.
Why?
Why
would I take Matt Stafford?
Because I have a feeling you did take Matt Stafford.
I think career, he's won a Super Bowl.
He's 70.
No,
he's not.
What's wrong with picking Stafford for one game? I mean, 1 year.
No, you're right. My biggest issue would be his health.
Right. But I'm assuming that's anybody. I'm assuming these guys are going to be healthy. So if you're healthy with good talent, I think he's the best quarterback.
I think that's fair. We'll throw that in there that he is. How old is Matt Stafford?
Matt Stafford is 35.
He's 36. Old. He's old. It's a miracle he can even make it out
5 years
there.
younger than Tom Brady's fifth quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. If the assumption is, and I think to be fair, that's part of the deal. If the assumption is that you're going to get, 15, 16, 17 games out of the guy, I don't have an issue with that. I don't know that would change me from.
But it's a drop off from the AFC.
It is.
Yeah.
Yet, weirdly enough, I was going to say the Super Bowls have been fairly even recently, but no, that's.
But now you got Caleb Williams. Could he become something? Jordan Love as he's developing. Brock Purdy's getting better.
Did you see that off body running throw Caleb Williams made? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now that might have that's one of those yes throws, but dear Lord. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot? Who's not? And Chris, can we do a giveaway?
Sure.
Okay, let's do a giveaway. We'll do all that right after this.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sacktown Sports and sacktownsports.com.
Where do you go when you need someone to represent you? For me, you want someone that is local and that you can actually get to and talk with. There are plenty of big branded lawyers out there with the name, but you never get to talk to them. So go to sacklegaldefense.com and connect with the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez. He's local, he'll represent you, and he'll have your back. Whether it's expungements, wrongful termination, when you're in a spot when you need legal help, call the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at 916-304-9187.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Advanced Infusion Center, where wellness meets vitality. Unlock your full potential with our customized Liquivita vitamin IV drips, tailored to fit your unique lifestyle. Whether you're an athlete aiming for peak performance or a frequent traveler looking to stay healthy, we have an IV infusion just for you. At Advanced Infusion Center, we understand that wellness isn't one size fits all. That's why our expert team is here to personalize your infusion experience. Ready to elevate your wellness journey? Call Advanced Infusion Center today or visit them online at advancedinfusion.com.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not? It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
All right, let's go around the room and then get into who's hot, who's not. So we mentioned this yesterday, but today, our friends Pat, Tom, and Cody, today is Cody's birthday.
Yeah.
And we talked about her birthday yesterday. She being celebrated birthday. We actually had an extended conversation about it, right? So she's been out sick. Today's her first. What a great day to come back on your birthday. And I've seen them. And
usually you call out sick after your birthday.
That's what I'm talking about. She did it backwards. So saw them a few times today, as we always do, and spoke to them, but I forgot to wish her happy birthday. But then the work email just went out that reminded me that today is her birthday. So now if I say happy birthday to her, I feel like she's going to know that it was the email that reminded me. Do I still say happy birthday?
Yeah, you're still saying happy birthday.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't say happy birthday.
But I feel like I should, you know what?
So you're just going to not.
No, I will, but I think I'll also,
I have an idea.
Yeah.
You go in there, you say, hey guys, have you had troubles with your email? I haven't gotten to be able to get my email all day.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday. Yeah, that's not a bad. My idea was, can we pull the clip from yesterday when we were talking about it, and then I play it for her? See, I want credit for knowing it was her birthday without the stupid work email. Is all I'm saying.
I think the gift you give her is your daughter's trumpet.
Ah, yes. Here's my daughter's trumpet and a new dog.
Yeah,
go with her other dog. Now she has two. Nice. Just bring her a puppy. Yeah. Can't resist that.
Right.
Puppy's a good gift. Put it in a little box.
Expensive.
With holes in it. Well, unless you get one of them pound ones. Then, what is it, $20? Just get her a random dog. Who knows where the dog's been, what it's been through, but here you go.
Smell my dog.
That's one of your favorite. That's one of my favorite lines that you say.
Yes.
Who's hot?
The National League West. They are combined 40 games over 500 for a 635 winning percentage. No other division has a winning record over that span. The only other division that finished a season with a collective 600 plus winning percentage after the All-Star break in a season. The 2001 AL West. They had a 607 winning percentage after the break.
That's pretty good.
I believe that was the Mariners. They were on that.
Even the Giants are helping out with that?
Yes. I don't know. I guess.
Okay.
But it must be a lot of Dodger and Padre and Diamondback in there is what I'm thinking. Who's not, Chris?
Chelsea Football Club.
I know, right?
They currently have, most rosters have about a little less than 30 players, 30 to like 28 players. They currently have 42 players on their senior teams, many with up to 9-year contracts. They currently have 191 years worth of contracts on their books. Jesus. To put that in perspective, Tottenham is second with 97 years of combined contracts.
111 years. It just sounds insane. I was reading about this yesterday, Chris, since we're soccering, that the 49er-owned Leeds United, they have made more money off of player sales this year than any club in the world. Everyone's freaking out over there because they're selling all their players, or loans are being recalled, but they're not getting any new players.
Yeah, that's what fans want to hear when they're trying to go up to the Premier League. Hey, our team is making money.
Premier League.
Premier.
Yank. Jason, real quick before we get to Let's Go Streaking.
Yeah.
It hit me earlier today, and I'm getting a little nervous.
About?
Because it's just sneaking up on me. Because in 3 days.
Yes. You're playing.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, hey, would you call my phone real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it off silent here.
Okay.
Hold on here, and let me take it off silent. Here we go. Okay, Jason's going to call my phone. All right. Just 3 days away, Jason.
Florida. Is that my ringtone or just your?
No, that's in general.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hello? Oh, what? You hung up.
Yeah.
Great
Took
caller.
too long to respond.
I had something to say to you. Number 10, Florida State takes on Georgia Tech at Aviva Stadium in Dublin in the Aer Lingus College Football Classic.
Nice.
I've flown Aer Lingus. That is one of my preferred carriers to go over there. I even have the little app at the top so it'll let, because they let you download the app and you can play the movies on you can Bluetooth to your phone and the sound will go through yours, so you have to use their headphones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they go straight. They have a straight shot, San Francisco to Dublin. 11 hours exactly. San Francisco to Dublin, which is one of the preferred ways to get over there. Nice airline. Great matchup. Now, it's number 10 Florida State versus Georgia Tech, but weirdly, I can tell you this right now. Georgia Tech,
this is a pain for you?
I think I always go back to George O'Leary's triple option that they ran there for a few years. That absolutely drove me bonkers because it's almost impossible to defend if it catches you wrong.
Right.
Florida State favored by 10.5. Obviously, a very disappointing end of the year last year with Jordan Travis's injury. They lost Jared Verse to the NFL along with a few others as well, but it kicks off, dude, and they kick off pretty much a whole week early because you got.
What time did you say the game was?
That game is at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 5 p.m. Ireland time. And then no games the rest of the weekend. By the way, Florida State does this like every other year, it seems like. Like, remember FSU Alabama? Mm-hmm. That was the kickoff game. They actually had who was it? I think they've kicked off the season like 3 out of the last 6 years. Then nothing until Thursday. And then you got number 24 NC State, number 11 Missouri, number 22 Kansas, and number 12 Utah, all playing unranked teams. Number 16 Oklahoma on Friday. And then Saturday is the real kickoff, dude. Oh, my God. Jason, just get ready. Number 1 Georgia takes on number 14 Clemson. Any other good matchups here? Number 2 Ohio State takes on Akron. There's going to be another one. Number 3 Oregon takes on Idaho. Okay, number 7 Notre Dame visits Texas A&M. It's a decent one. Michigan tries to defend their title versus Fresno State on NBC. Okay, number 23 USC versus number 13 LSU, and then Florida State gets the Monday night game against Boston College. Where are your you probably know this, where your UCLAs? Do we
UCLA opens with I do.
What the hell conference are they in now? The SEC, not the
Big Ten.
The Big Ten.
See, they're not ranked.
So dumb.
Yeah, they are at home, I believe. Oh, no.
No, they are on the nice little way to start out the year. Going to say aloha in Hawaii as they're taking on Hawaii. UCLA on the road, 13-point favorites.
Yes.
All right, I hate this game. Let's go streaking, please. Stupid.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking. All right, here's what we had going into the day. Dave is at 0. I'm at 0. Chris is at 3. So, you seemed frustrated yesterday. You're like, I'm going to take Jackson Holiday because you wanted to hear the song.
I did.
Yeah, there you go. Well, here we go, Dave. You had 11 hits for the Orioles, 9 runs. Chris, cue it up. No.
Right there, Jackson.
You got to hear the song. Kind of. Slow down.
Nice catch, Ocho Cinco, or whatever he says.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
So you're still at 0.
Oh, I hate you, Jackson Holiday. I hate you so much.
William Contreras, the Brewers, he got up 4 times. He got 3 hits. So I'm at 1. Chris was at 3 trying to get to 4. Took Juan Soto, the New York Yankees. He homered in the first inning.
Of course he did. Yeah,
so he's at 4. So you're 0, I'm 1.
You know what? I don't even care. You know what? Here we go. You know what? This game can
just pick a random
one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm taking. Give me an A. No, I'm not picking Zach Geloff, and I'm not picking. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm picking. Who am I picking? Give me Shea Langoliers.
You haven't picked him this year.
I haven't.
There you go.
I haven't picked him this streak.
Langoliers.
That's a thing from the ceiling with the lights.
It is.
It goes over your
kitchen
entrance.
Yeah,
kitchen.
Like a formal
chandelier in the kitchen.
Well, kitchen table.
Oh, kitchen table. Yeah.
No.
Warbucks.
Daddy. I'm going to take.
I want the chandelier, Daddy.
By the way,
he got me.
I got him with a spit take earlier.
Really
I like
good.
Water on the ground spit take. It was fantastic.
I'm going to take Ellie De La Cruz. The Cincinnati Reds.
Ellie De La Cruz.
I'm going to take Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt. Junior or senior?
Yeah. Which one?
I'll go junior.
Is Rob Witt a good hitter?
Robert Witt.
No.
Robert Witt's writes poems.
Here's a question. So his dad was Bobby Witt. If he went by Robbie, could he be Robbie Witt Jr.? What are the rules on that?
I don't think so.
Because they're both Robert Langoliers Witt is their full name, right? And one's a senior, one's a junior. But can you still be a junior if you use a different abbreviation for the first name?
Yes.
Chris says yes, Jason.
I say no.
You say no. What are the rules on that? Because I don't know that I've ever heard that. Yeah, if it was Bobby Witt Sr. and his son Rob Witt or Robbie Witt, Bob Witt, Robert Witt. How about that? Yeah. Robert Witt. Used to have a show late night on this station, by the way. It was an R-list. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's do Niners at 9. Are you getting nervous about Ayuk and Trent Williams at all? We're just 19 days out. Kyle Shanahan speaks and gives an update, question mark, on both of them. Sort of, not really. Next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, Go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town. Getting drunk on a plane. For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2. But what was I thinking? And he's bringing some friends. Carmichael. I want to close your eyes for this. Tyler Rich. Dasha. And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
I just don't like going to church, man. I don't like the people there. People at church have like coworker vibes.
Ralph Barbosa, the super cool ass tour.
Like some of them are cool, but most of them, they're just being fake nice because they want that promotion. Like if those are the people that are going to be hanging out in heaven, I just go to hell.
Saturday, September 7th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss the hilarious Ralph Barbosa live.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's going on for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
We're calling it the Hoblet Ramapalooza. Right now, we have the biggest savings I can remember, with up to $18,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie and limited Hemi 4x4s. And with over 400 new Rams available, you're sure to find your perfect new Ram truck at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
Now, what's this I hear about a Hoblet pre-owned super center?
We are super excited to celebrate the grand opening of the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. We have over 200 used cars available and over 80 under 20,000.
Well, you heard the man. Ramapalooza happening now, and you've got to check out the new Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Super Center. Search, select, and save through their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
18,000 net savings on select new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramies after 11,500 factory rebates and 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates may include up to $3,000 in Hoblet coupons or $2,000 rebate for eligible trade-ins. All coupons available while supplies last. 5 trucks at this net savings. See dealer for details. Simple VIN 178-528.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
They didn't elect to do this, but that could have been a good sax sound.
Sure.
We're talking about Mount Saxmore.
Right.
Found this one real quick. This could work.
Hey! Lift it, salon! All in our register, I know they breaking the wall.
You're not going to believe me when I say this, and it's a real thing. There is a rabbit hole of Filipino karaoke.
Filipinos love karaoke.
Dude, have you heard the guy who sings Creed?
Yes.
It's insane. It's insane how much he sounds like Scott Stapp.
But you know the one song you can't sing in the Philippines in karaoke? My Way.
Why?
Like several people have been like killed singing My
What? How do
Way.
I not know this? Why?
It's like different stories, but it's become
That's
like
a thing.
Yeah, it's like,
oh my God,
never sing that.
I know what I'm reading after. I'm not joking. There is a Filipino karaoke rabbit hole to go down in YouTube, and I am a huge fan of it. Like right now, my things are Filipino karaoke, voice coaches listening to like super hard rock songs and stuff like that, and reactors to the first time like that. Like this group has never heard Metallica before. Like I love those videos, right? And Philip, and as you correctly pointed out, karaoke is huge in the. It's like a. It's like a sport over there.
Olympics.
If breakdancing is an Olympic sport,
karaoke.
Why can't karaoke be? Every country does it, probably. I don't know every country's habits, but I'm imagining it does. Anyone can do it. You may not do it well. And isn't vocal cords a skill?
That's a skill,
right? Like I mean, what takes darts or vocal things? I mean,
what takes what?
I'm just saying, like, well, darts isn't a sport, or isn't an Olympic sport,
No.
so I mean, it's not like, well, I guess you could argue some karaoke is cardio.
It depends on the performer, right?
Anyone who says karaoke doesn't involve cardio has never done "I'm Bad" by LL Cool J. Okay, that takes a lot of cardio. Just saying. I'd watch.
If you're not out of breath after singing your song at karaoke, you picked the wrong song.
You picked the wrong song, unless, and this is second reference to it, you decided to sing Tequila. Which
you should be out of breath.
My old partner Sean Thomas used to do that at karaoke, and there's nothing funnier than completely buying into it and doing the song Tequila. And if you're not familiar, it's the Pee Wee Herman song. That's how we know it now. And there's literally one line, Tequila.
But you got to get it right.
But you better nail it.
Do you think kids understand that reference?
The Tequila reference?
Everyone knows it as the Pee Wee Herman.
I don't.
Do your kids know that as the Pee Wee Herman song?
My kids would, only because we watched the Pee Wee Herman movie literally like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
But to your point, no, I do not. It's gonna be a lot of tequila drinking for Niner fans, though. If Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams don't get it done, and by get it done, I mean figure it out, get paid, and come back, or get traded or whatever. Now, Trent Williams, this by the way, maybe I don't want to jinx anything. Knock on wood. Trent Williams does this like every year. This is,
I guess, but what are we waiting for?
I think this is just
so
Trent Williams.
now.
It's like, dude, you know what I'm going to do this year? I'm going to go out. I'm going to have a Pro Bowl year. I'm going to be the best offensive lineman in the league, like I have for the past 50 years. I ain't doing pads in August. I'm getting. He's like Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this. You know what? I think that's. I'm not saying there aren't legit contracted, but they'll get it. I feel like they'll get it done. I want to say he does this every year, every other year. He doesn't do camp. He just,
yeah.
What do I need to do camp for? I'm 400 pounds and nobody gets past me. What do you want me to do?
Right.
Cardio?
Still the best at my position. Still one of the best players in all of football.
And can I tell you something? I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Trent Williams to me has earned the right. He knows his body. Until Trent Williams doesn't do the thing, whatever's worked in the past, keep doing that. And I know he ain't going to get injured.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. Kyle Shanahan was asked to update the world on both Ayuk and Trent Williams.
That's on movement with Brandon Ayuk or Trent Williams.
Zero updates. Nothing's changed.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Kyle.
That was brief. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like you're worried about Williams. Okay.
Now again, I don't want to jinx anything because, of course, this will be the year and he holds out. But I'm just saying this is nothing new for Trent Williams. Trent Williams has a holdout, and you're around. Every year, every team has the vet holdout.
Yeah, Bosa was last year, right?
Yeah, and it's just in Bosa's case, I think it's a little bit different because of his age, but every team has vets that find a reason to not really do training camp. There's always one or two vets, and they're like, I need my pinky,
right?
Something, and they just don't want it. They just don't want to do that. They just want to do all that crap. Christian McCaffrey, we're spending all this time on Ayuk and Trent Williams and all this stuff, Brock Purdy's issues. We're not talking about the fact that Christian McCaffrey has missed most of camp with his calf issue.
Right.
Kyle Shanahan talked about that.
When you're hurt, you're hurt. You can't go. But when you take every rep, every walkthrough, everything you do, you're just so deliberate in everything. When he's probably walking down the aisle to get married, he's probably thinking about his feet and how to do routes. No offense to Olivia, but he's obsessed with it. And so when you do get in these situations where you do get hurt and you can't go do all that stuff, at least he's put the work in before. So that stuff does come back fast. But I mean, he understands what it takes to play in this game, especially at the level he does. And not many people play at that level unless they are like that.
Do you think he was thinking about his feet walking down the aisle?
I was not at the wedding.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it.
Yeah, you don't know the commitments.
I was in England. I couldn't do it. I hope he did like a spin move, just pushed off of someone's face in the crowd, gave him the Heisman.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some people say Christian McCaffrey's wife, who I don't know, but say she's more famous than him.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Speaking of people with super famous, if not spouses, girlfriends, Paul Skeens, who's married to Livy, what's her face? Or not married, but dating Livy.
Super famous.
No, come on. She is Livy Dunn, LSU gymnast. Thank you. This just in. It's the year of the Jackson, as Paul Skeens has been passed for Rookie of the Year by San Diego Padre Jackson Merrill. That's pretty crazy. Skeens is 1-1 with a 4.15 ERA in August. Meanwhile, Merrill is hitting .315 with 4 homers and 15 RBI. And he's only struck out 7 times this month. Plus, he is a plus fielder. Swing away, Merrill. So he passes Skeens.
And the Padres have a better record.
All that fun stuff anyway. So back to football. We told you earlier that Jerry Jones is having promising talks with CeeDee Lamb.
No, and I don't mean that to be insensitive to our fans or to CD, but we're in good shape there, and we are having a promising talks. Say, well, why you keep talking? Won't you do something? Again, as in anything, it takes both of you there at the same time. But I believe it's got the proper amount of everything's importance for everybody involved here, and we'll see how it goes.
Jerry Jones just sounds like a country song to me when he talks. It's like I always bitch because Farhan Zaidi sucks, and he's the GM of my favorite team, and I feel like they're just not going to be great until he's gone. I can't imagine how a Cowboy fan feels about it because they don't suck.
Right.
I'm old enough to remember a couple years ago they were a favorite to win the Super Bowl, but they just don't ever, not ever, obviously, but they just. If I were to tell you that this year's Dallas Cowboys will be 11-6 and will lose in the first or second round of the playoffs, and that's on one side, or the field is on the other, would you take? Well, I guess the 11-6 is too exact, but you get my point,
right? I would say better than average team, a team that if everything went right could do damage in the postseason, but a team that generally doesn't do that in the postseason.
They don't.
They're relevant.
Yeah.
They're not the most important team. They probably feel like they are.
Was it last year? I get the years mixed up. Wasn't it last year? It was like the Niners and Cowboys. Wasn't that Sunday night? I remember I was on a plane overseas when this game came on, and I was super stoked that the one sports channel actually got the game, and I got to watch it. But wasn't that last year where it was like Goliath versus Goliath, roar, and then the Niners just beat the hell out of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's every year, or not necessarily the Niners, but Dallas. And it's going to be that way. But then I also feel like one of these years, this iteration of the Dallas Cowboys might actually put it all together.
Right.
They are talented.
They very much so. They've got a lot of high-level players, a lot of top when they released the list of top 100, they got players all over that.
Yeah.
But it's just one, it's difficult, but two, they have found ways to get in their own way. Right?
I'm sorry. Every once in a while, I think of the Zeke Elliott play.
What a way to.
It's the end of his Cowboy. Yeah. Well, he's back with them now, right?
But the end of that season and the run there.
Ezekiel Elliott.
It's blasted. Hey, we got this concept. I think it's going to be great. oh shoot, we didn't think about that part of it.
How
Just
did they-
annihilated after the snap.
Right. That's like you see those things. I mean, it's not an exact example, but like a new ad comes out from like Nike or some big company, and somebody missed that somebody drew a wiener on one of the shoes. It's like, how did this get past all the quality control for all?
Yeah.
Like, how did that play get past the quality control? At what point and we're talking about the end of the year playoffs play where Dallas had one more play
and needed a miracle.
and Ezekiel Elliott was the offensive line and just got trucked and it didn't work. Did that play ever work in practice? And in practice, were they like, okay, let it work?
Yeah. It makes you wonder, like, hey, it will work if they don't notice him at the line.
Right.
And then they noticed him and just blasted him.
Did Zeke
blew him up?
Did Zeke do one of those things where he covered his eyes and said, "You can't see me.
I'm not here.
I'm not here." Oh, silly Bears. All right. Oh, silly Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a break. When we come back, it's not the double crown. It's the triple crown in baseball. Jason
possible.
Ross, are we on the verge of something that hasn't been done since Miguel Cabrera?
And only 4 times in baseball history.
Ever. We'll talk about that next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles the man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit
the decision not to, because I don't want. She's done this before, and as he often will, if there was, we're talking about the Triple Crown here in a second. If there was an MVP award given out for people that see other people vulnerable and just go right for the taint, it's gross.
Wow,
that's who he is.
Must have been a vulnerable spot, Jason.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Sacktown Sports has teamed up with Tech Shots to get you laced up.
Tech
with the
Shots,
ultimate state-of-the-art simulated shooting range experience. Now open in Elk Grove. No hassling with our phone lines. Don't have to screw around and be caller number 5. Just enter over at sacktownsports.com. Hey, terms and conditions apply. By the way, for more info and to enter to win, visit sacktownsports.com to go to Tech Shots.
Tech Shots.
Yeah, that needs to be a thing. That's awesome. Tech Shots, everybody. So the reason why it's lame that we are doing that is that you know it's bothering me, and you know it's going to bother me when I leave, and it's going to bother me all day as to whether or not to bring her trumpets. All right, look, need a cleanser here. Demarcus Cousins, we told you about that earlier. Was
nice catch, Blanco Nino.
That Mets kid. Here he is talking about Francisco Garcia on Draymond Green's podcast.
I was coming from a situation at Kentucky where, you know, Kyle treated us like pros. You know what I mean? He was preparing us for that next level. So I remember, I'll never forget this, but shout out to my vet, you know, Francisco Garcia, I'm sorry. Cisco was, you know, my vet. He might have, at the time, my rookie, he might have been 5-6 years in. So this kind of showed, like, that's not a real vet.
Not at all.
At the time, like, that was my vet. But I remember in my rookie season, you know, it was something simple. I don't even remember what the task was, but I kind of, like, at Kentucky, it was like, I never did anything like that. Then I came to the Kings, and in my mind, it's like, this is a step higher even more. You know what I mean? So this is the elite level of basketball. So my expectations were, you know, just, they were off, you know, to say the least. So it was a simple task. And I remember Cisco saying something like, yo, you really was spoiled at Kentucky. Like, and in my head, I'm like, damn, maybe I was. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, this is an even more elite level. So why is it being, you know, looked at as me being spoiled? So long story short, Cisco ended up eventually getting traded to the Houston Rockets.
Yep.
And I remember when he went there, he ended up tapping in with me like a little later, and he was like, man, I remember that day I called you spoiled. Like, he was like, I was wrong. Like, we were in the hole. Like, and I'm like, I knew I wasn't tripping, bro.
I want to know what the task was. Yeah, I don't know. What was the task? It could have been getting donuts, or it could have been setting a screen. Set the screen. Like, what was the task?
I'm guessing if it's something like, why are we even doing this? Maybe it's like sweeping or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Was it some menial custodial task that has nothing to do with the NBA? Or was it like certain things or a exercise or line drills?
Yeah. Who knows?
How's Cousins going on Draymond Green show? I can't get him on this one though. I'm bugging those guys all the time. Just come on the show. He's always in the Philippines or China or Taipei or something.
So that clip was about 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, and they just cut that part out. But Draymond's question to Cousins to get that answer was close to 2 minutes long.
Really? Wow. He's giving me a run for his money. So this is like Papa and Salisbury? Love it. Finally, here's a Cousins on his time with Sacramento.
You know, I'm not here to like on the Kings or anything like that. That's just, you know, in sports you have up and down years.
By the way, he said he's not here to S on the Kings.
Is he about to?
Usually followed by S-ing on the Kings.
You know, I just so happened to come in at a point where it was down years. The organization was figuring itself out. You know, it was in this transition period. The owners that drafted me, you know, they were ready to move on and sell the team. So it's a lot of things I got caught up in that was just out of my control.
Absolutely.
But, you know, the average, you know, fan or whatever don't quite understand that part of the business or the game. So, you know, it's easy to look at my situation and, you know, just kind of point the finger. And to be honest, a lot of it was my fault. Like I did do a lot of bonehead shit, stupid shit, but you know, that's part of growing up and becoming a man. You bump your head a few times.
Absolutely.
But you know, it was hard. It was hard figuring it out. You know, a new system every single year, like that's tough to do.
That's fair. I think that's actually an incredibly fair answer.
Yeah.
He did have a new system every year. He did have a new point guard every year.
A lot of challenges.
And
he didn't help himself.
Oh, and he admitted
That's pretty good reflection right there.
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, did a lot of bonehead stuff, and that's part of growing up. I remember we talked to him, we had him out at the bowling alley for one of the events, and I've said this before, and I asked him, you know, you ever go back and look at tape of you freaking out on a ref or something and go, oh, I was wrong. And his response always just, he goes, man, I'd watch that tape I'll watch tape after every game. And more often than not, I say, DeMarcus, you look stupid as S word. And he's always had the ability to self-reflect. What he didn't have the ability to do was to reflect in the moment and have that. I used to call him, and I would say this to his face, and I don't mean it in a really a negative way, but Demarcus reminds me of an angry crier in Little League, where you have the kid who strikes out and is so upset and he doesn't know how to exude those emotions, and it just comes out in tears. And we've all I've cried after a strikeout before when I was in Little League, and it's just you don't know how to emote properly or to control those emotions because you're competitive and you want to do well and you put a ton of pressure on yourself and you're frustrated. It's like somebody who cries when they're frustrated, cries when they're angry. You're not just crying when you're sad or touched. It can happen in other ways. And Demarcus wasn't a crier. That's not my point, of course, but I just think he was competitive. He wanted to do well. He was frustrated. And when he would lose his emotions, he would just make an ass out of himself. Yeah. And
know who that sounds like a lot? Luka Doncic.
I think there's a second cousin, but Luka was more. Let's see if this makes sense. I think Luka's more whiny. DeMarcus is more angry. I feel like DeMarcus's emotions were grounded in like not murderous anger, but like I want to punch you in the head, ref. That call sucked. Whereas I feel like Luka I never felt like DeMarcus was like, I got fouled. He was always like, I got fouled, man. I got fouled. Whereas Luka's like, I got fouled. I don't know if you can see the line of demarcation.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely frustration leading to like making yourself look dumb.
That's exactly right. And by the way, we've all done it, probably except you, but we've all done it.
Yeah. But that was a good answer by him. I think it was a good reflection, self-reflection.
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
I thought it was too. So that's good stuff. Thank you for that, Chris. Baseball this year, Triple Crown. Since 1950, Jason Ross, only 4 players have won the Triple Crown. Let me see if I can remember. I know Mantle did it.
Yes.
Frank Robinson?
He did.
Yaz, and then Miguel Cabrera.
Mike Yastrzemski?
No. Bill.
Yes.
They're written down right here. I was doing a thing. There are some chances this year, Jason. You have the numbers in front of you.
I do. If we go National League, Shohei Ohtani leads the National League in home runs. He's number 2 in RBI, but he's 6th in batting average. Not far off, but he's got a little work to do there.
Failure.
Whereas Marcell Ozuna, I did not know this until I saw this note that he is leading the National League in batting average. He is barely behind Shohei in home runs, and he leads in RBI. So he has 2 of the 3. And then Aaron Judge is number 2 in batting average in the American League, number 1 in home runs, number 1 in RBI. So, I mean, there's 3 chances. I don't know that any of them will do it, but it's pretty, if it's that rare that, you know, and I guess what it got me thinking is if Ozuna does it, like I feel like Shohei's the MVP in the NL, but never has someone won the Triple Crown and not won the MVP.
Wait, hold on. I thought they did. Or wait, somebody did something that didn't win the MVP. Was it the Triple Crown? Was it?
Was Cabrera not win the Triple Crown when he?
No, he won. No, you mean the MVP? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like it's Shohei's year to win it, or not year, but like if Ozuna, who could win the batting title, has the RBI lead, and I think is only a few home runs behind Ohtani.
Are you thinking of Ted Williams?
Ted Williams 406.
Yeah,
I thought I might be
MVP.
mixing that up. Okay, yeah. Like somebody did.
That's because what's his name? DiMaggio hit 56 games in a row.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, right. Which exactly? Yeah, Cabrera won it in 2012. Ozuna actually has arguably the best chance.
Yeah.
And when I saw this research you did, I knew Judge was close. I figured Ohtani was close.
Right.
No idea about Ozuna.
Yeah. And actually, Bobby Witt's not far off because he's pretty far up on Judge and batting average.
Right.
Has a ton of RBI. I think he has like 20 homers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's having awesome year. It's just he's not going to catch the home runs.
Can you give an award to somebody else when somebody wins a Triple Crown?
That's the thing. I mean,
Now, I'll say this: if Ohtani was pitching this year,
right,
then sorry,
right, but he's not.
He's not.
And I mean, the Dodgers have been great. He actually helped keep them going while Freeman's been hurt, and certainly when Betts was out.
I'm not saying there's no chance there's enough season left, Jason, but honestly, I think Aaron Judge is 20 points behind Bobby Witt and
Judge has been going up. How far is Ozuna behind?
2 home runs.
Yeah.
He's 2 home runs behind him.
And I don't know how big of a lead he has in batting average.
Let's see. Ozuna has a 5-6 point lead over Luis Arias. Stupid Luis Arias. In batting average, and he has a 6 RBI lead over Shohei Ohtani. Okay. So really, Ozuna's numbers are all a lot close. Like Judge has a huge, decent home run lead, decent RBI lead.
He's probably going to win those too.
Yes. Whereas Ozuna could win all 3 or not win all 3.
And to me, I don't know what Aaron Judge would say, but like if Aaron Judge won the batting title, I just never think of him that way.
And
especially the first month he had, he was so bad. But
yeah.
Anyway, 3 chances.
What's interesting? Interesting is not that. Let's not forget, by the way, because what a year. I struggle with Marcell Ozuna. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
I just struggle with him. So, but his numbers are undeniable. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch and this day in sports history. We'll take a break. We'll come. No, wait, what? Am I stupid? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right, right? I'm right.
A break.
Yeah, right after this.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Bedorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have plenty of sunshine today with temperatures a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday. Delta breeze will be picking up and daytime highs will be ranging in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for special offers right now. I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and save big on your next new or certified pre-owned vehicle right now. Visit FolsomLakeKia.com.
I juggle a lot. I'm managing constipation with belly pain from my irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, with laxatives and fiber isn't enough. My doctor recommended a way to get ahead of it. Then I said yes to Linzess. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
PGA.com Quick 9 asks readers to complete this sentence. Golf means more than a game. To me, it means... At number 9, the banter. People love the good-natured teasing that goes on. Number 8, it's hard to explain, but I don't want to be without it. Number 7, it's an obsession. I eat, drink, and sleep golf. Setting goals is next. At number 5, golf is life. It's a career for some, a passion for most, and a ticket to college for a lucky few. At 4 and 3, a place to relax and an escape. A place to feed my soul and find a peaceful solace. At number 2, a place to learn about ourselves and others. You'll learn more in 4 hours on a golf course than almost anywhere else. Number 1, a few priceless hours to spend with friends and loved ones. Responses included time with my dad, time with my husband or wife, time with my closest friends. It's hard to beat the company you share around with. So what do you think? Why is golf more than just a game to you? Finish this sentence. To me, golf means... I'll let you think about that. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
As a mom, I do anything to keep my child out of physical pain.
Dr. Pamela Maida is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon.
As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too.
Good Feet Youth Arch Supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain.
Investing in youth arch supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make.
Come to the Good Feet store now for a free fitting and test walk.
Jerry and Kenny here. When you call Bell Brothers for an AC tune-up, repair, or replacement, let me tell you what you can expect. Clean.
Our technicians will show up in a company truck that's clean inside and out. They'll be wearing a clean uniform and ring your doorbell with clean hands.
The technician will be clean-cut, background-checked, drug-tested, and trustworthy to enter your home. They'll put on clean shoe covers and put down drop cloths in all work areas. That's right, to make sure your home stays clean.
And when the work is complete, they'll tidy up and leave the work area cleaner than they found it.
Call us neat freaks. Call us spick and span. Call us tidy, pristine, and immaculate.
But whatever you do, call Bell Brothers for an AC tune-up and repairs, because with us, you can count on it being clean. Call us at 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
Place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
You know, flag football, Jason's going to be a sport in the Olympics. We've talked about that.
Right.
And they say that confidence is half the game. Did they say that?
Sure.
Let's just say
Someone
for the sake
does.
of this, that confidence is half the game.
Thought learning was half the battle.
That too.
Reading is fun.
Demental.
Yeah.
U.S. flag football quarterback Darrell Doucette thinks it's disrespectful to assume NFL players will take Olympic team spots when the sport debuts. So he thinks I was being disrespectful yesterday when I said I think NFL players, if they want to, are going to be, doing the flag football. Here's a clip from him to TMZ Sports. Again, the theme here is confidence.
At the end of the day, I feel like I'm better than Patrick Mahomes because of my IQ of the game. I know he's right now the best in the league. I know he's more accurate. I know he has all these intangibles. But when it comes to flag football, I feel like I know more than him.
Well, that last line saved it a little bit. I would imagine he knows more about flag football than Patrick Mahomes. By the way, no offense, but Darrell is also 5'8" and 140.
Okay.
Yeah, I, with all respect to him, and I appreciate the confidence, and all respect to flag football, I'd like to think Patrick Mahomes would need about, let's give him a training camp of 20 minutes. And I feel like he'd be up to speed.
Yeah. Because he's already does it. Plays at the highest level. He's fine.
Now, look, if you're telling me Derrick Henry would not be as good in flag football as he would be in the NFL, I'll believe you. Because Derrick Henry a lot of times relies on breaking tackles. Not that you don't break tackles in flag football. Right. Not that you or I are experts on flag football, but we've played. Flag football is more speed and spin and what's the term they use for reflexes when they're super fast?
Quick twitch.
Quick twitch. Thank you. That's exactly it. Thank you, Jason. That is exactly what we should play Password.
Yes.
Yes. Quick twitch. So your guys that rely a lot on brawn, yeah, they're going to be a little bit. Their game's going to change in flag football. Patrick Mahomes, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
If Patrick Mahomes wants to quarterback the United States flag football team, I don't think anyone's telling him no.
Yeah. I wonder in flag football, I don't know the official rules of it, how much the quarterback runs.
Yeah, and are there Mississippis?
Yeah.
Because that is the universal. Well, were you a Mississippi guy or were you an alligator guy? Because I believe those are the only two legally acceptable ways to count before you can rush the quarterback.
You're forgetting 1,000.
Yeah.
I think that was just in your school. Really? Do people do thousands?
Yeah. I will tell you.
It's alligators and Mississippis.
I will tell you. As a kid, alligator.
I was Mississippi.
Ooh, that's more time for the quarterback.
They're the same syllables.
I would say 1,000.
Yeah, rather force.
Yeah, it feels like
it does feel like Mississippi's longer. I agree with you.
See, ours was shorter.
Yours was. Mm-hmm. Quarterbacks didn't have enough time. See, that's a 2-syllable count. That's not good.
Brock Purdy, you got to process fast.
You guys are taking all day with your Mississippi to Mississippi.
Or we Forrest Gump.
Yeah. No, we had to spell alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When A-L-L-I-G-A-T-A-R.
And we only had to go to 12.
Just 12 Mississippis?
Yeah.
It's
people always kind of like if it was 3 or 5, like on the 5th one, you're already kind of saying it and you're moving forward.
Yeah, you're jumping the line.
Yeah.
And that's where you need refs to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like if you can't jump the line on Ippy or Ader.
Right.
The one I hated was the all-time quarterback who always had like a favorite team. So you would get like crap balls thrown to you and the other team would just get spirals.
Yeah,
like, come on, dude.
Taking plays off.
Yeah.
Figure it out there, Mahomes. Logan Webb on the bump for the San Francisco Giants as they look to, I believe, sweep. I think this is the last game of that series against the White Sox and the Rays and the A's.
Yeah. I got your quarterback question in flag football. Quarterback isn't allowed to run with the ball unless it was handed off first.
Oh.
They can run behind the line of scrimmage, but they can't gain yardage.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you want to be elusive to buy more time.
God, if only Patrick Mahomes was elusive.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like I'm with him. It's like the same thing with the what's the guy, Justin Lyles, the sprinter. Talking about world champions.
Wait, it's not Justin.
That's
Lyles.
not Noah Lyles. Thank you. Sorry, I knew it wasn't Trey.
Right.
Like they're the world champions. Shut up.
Yeah.
Also, Tyreek Hill, you're not beating him in a sprint, right? And this dude, like, bro, you don't like. And again, I respect all of them. Like they're champions or they're very good. Even the flag football guy.
Yeah,
like, he puts in work.
He's got the better IQ for flag football.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure.
On this day in 1931, probably somebody got TB, but that's not a sports stat here. Babe Ruth became the first player to reach 600 home runs.
That's a lot.
I wish you hadn't written this down or I hadn't read it because this is a great question. Since then, 8 people have done it as well. Bonds, Hank, Albert, Alex, Willie, Junior, Sammy, and Jim.
Jim Thome.
Jim Thome.
Yeah.
Jim Thome.
Yeah.
Could ask Kyle that one. Kyle, did you just hear that segment? No? All right. I'm going to ask you a question. See how you do here. There are... He just left.
No, he couldn't hear you.
Oh, is he coming in?
I don't know.
Oh, well, he's getting his headphones. I didn't think that it would. I didn't know this would be a thing. My bad. All right, so you can hear me. I'll ask the question, Kyle, because I really wanted to ask this trivia question of somebody. Babe Ruth on this day in 1931 became the first player to reach 600 home runs. Babe Ruth. Since then, 8 players have reached 600 home runs. How many can you name? Now he's got to turn on his mic.
All right, let's see. So we have Hank Aaron.
Correct.
Alex Rodriguez.
Correct.
We have Barry Bonds.
Correct.
Sammy Sosa.
Correct.
Jim Thome.
Yes.
Albert Pujols.
Yes.
Was that 6?
6. 2 more.
Let me think. Oh, Ken Griffey.
That is right.
Who's the last one? Let's see. Bonds, Aaron, Ruth, A-Rod, Pujols.
Got a couple of the harder ones. Missing what, Jason, if I say this is a top 3 easiest one?
Yeah, maybe, but maybe, but there could be a reason for this.
Yeah.
I would have known this off the top of my head 6 years ago.
Let me see if I can give you one hint. He's recently no longer with us.
Oh, Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. There you go.
Okay.
Kind of a morbid.
That was well done, though.
That was well done.
Yeah.
He is dead.
That's not. Jesus. 20% tempted to go into my read right now, but I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'll finish with Scotty Scheffler on this day in 2020. Finished with birdies on 4 of his last 5 holes. He became the 12th player ever on the tour to get a 59.
I've done that.
I have too, on the front at Wood Creek.
Yeah. Easy. No one writes about that or puts this date down.
I remember because this is right at the start of his peak, and he hit the putt. He knew what he did. And after playing 18 holes in incredibly hot and humid weather, he ran from the 18th green all the way to the tee and back again with like his arms raised, just like freaking out. And I'm sitting there going, dude, after 4 hours, 5 hours of playing in this humidity, where did you find the energy? You know what he told me?
Where?
My friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, none of that story was true, but I needed a segue to get over what Chris said. And here we are, your second opinion partners. American Energy Heating and Air. We even wrote a jingle for it. Yeah. American Energy Heating and Air. They're your second opinion partners. See? That's talent, baby. Look, you're working with another group. Shame on you. That's fine. But, we all make mistakes. It's fine. It's part of growth, as Demarcus said. And what better way to correct that mistake? Oh, I can't wait. Hold on. Hey, let me just pause here real quick. Is this your chicken salad? No? Okay, Alan walked in. I've been wondering all morning whose chicken. It must be Whitey's. Was Whitey here yesterday? Oh, it's Kyle's. Wow. Hey, look, whether you forgot your chicken salad or you tried to go to another HVAC company, stick with American Energy because you can get that second opinion from them. They'll almost certainly beat whatever rate you got, whatever number you got, and you're saving money. And you have the confidence of knowing you are working with a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area, and A+ Better Business Bureau. That's right. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break when we come back. Crosstalk with Styles and Watkins, celebrity birthdays, and more. Yes.
Demarcus Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand clutch. Makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
eBay Motors is here for the ride.
Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Madam Giselle senses something in your future.
Is my boyfriend going to propose?
It's a big storm.
Wait, we're going to get in a fight?
No, a literal storm. Wind, heavy wind. I see a tree falling on your RV.
Oh, that's fine. I'm covered by Progressive. So, is my boyfriend there? Maybe on one knee?
The entire roof is crushed.
So, no ring.
Be prepared for the unexpected with Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Product features subject to policy terms and may not be available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
Sacramento, Dierks Bentley's coming to town.
Getting drunk on a plane.
For his only show in California this year, Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park for Country in the Park 2.
What was I thinking?
And he's bringing some friends. Farmally.
I want to close your eyes for this.
Tyler Rich. Dasha.
And
And more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets today before they're sold out at CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by the California Army National Guard and Red's Pizzeria and Tap House.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh, that's right. No Chris Watkins today. He gone. He gone. Is it just Styles?
Yeah, I'm a solo guy.
Wow.
If it's not Chris, I don't. Kyle will be my co-pilot.
Yeah.
But, even last week, or what was it, 2 weeks ago when both of you were out? Yeah, no, I don't. Co-host. I got one co-host. That's Chris Watkins. Chris Watkins not there. The ship is mine.
We have a solution. We have to the chicken salad mystery.
Okay.
So there is a very nice organic grilled chicken Caesar salad that I found on the counter when I came in today.
Mm-hmm.
And my first thought was, it's Alan's.
Mm-hmm.
It was Alan's Mr. Healtherton. It was not.
He likes to eat Caesar salads that have gone rancid.
Yeah, well, now,
No, that is not what happened.
I don't think it's rancid.
No, one time
Yeah.
I opened a salad and.
Yeah, I remember that. So, yeah.
How do you remember? You weren't
I
even
wasn't
there.
here. No, I remember hearing about it. That it was not great. No, it did. It made the rounds. Then I thought it was Whitey's, but Whitey's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got text confirmation from the man himself, the LeBron James of this station, Kyle Draper. And he said, chuck it. And I feel bad about chucking an unopened salad because, people are hungry and stuff in the world. But I think it's
there's cheese in it.
Yeah, and chicken.
And chicken.
You can't just have chicken at room temperature for a day and eat it.
Really?
I don't think you can.
What about those pizzas in New York?
I don't know. They are under warmers. Hey, real quick, because we want to get celebrity birthday today. Good celebrity birthday day.
It's okay.
It's okay. All right. Well, then I'll ask you. So, Alan, I've been trying to eat a little better and do some things, and I told the story at the very beginning of the show. I spent the first couple of days kind of on nutrition and meal prep and all that. And then yesterday, I didn't want to do everything at once. I want to do the yo-yo thing. So I got on. I have a little one of them tonals at home that has been a clothes hanger for 2 years.
Okay.
And so I recalibrated all the stuff. They put me through the muscle test.
Yeah.
I got through by the way, the welcome to tonal initial workout is not what it used to be because it started out with all goblet squats.
Okay.
I got through a third.
How long was the workout?
The workout would have been 45 minutes.
So you got through.
I would say, I got through. Okay. To be fair, the calibration thing where you're lifting weights on that, they're measuring how strong or how weak you are. That was about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then I added, and then I got into the workout and I probably got through 12 minutes. And at one point I almost was stopped, but I paused it for a minute, caught my breath, I'm sweating. And then I started it again. I did the next thing. And then I was almost going to throw up. I'm so washed, dude. So my question for you is this. Workout, I'm sore. I didn't feel great. It sucks. There's no upside at all that I felt. It was not fun. And I had a hard time going down the stairs. Everyone says it gets better.
Yeah.
When?
I think it depends, right? But there will be a lot of people. It's kind of similar to the runner's high. And sometimes I get the runner's high. Sometimes I don't.
I've never gotten a runner's high.
Sometimes I get it. Sometimes I don't. Yesterday I didn't, but on Monday I did. I would say when it comes to working out, there will be a day, and I had to honestly go through this after my Achilles injury, and it wasn't until recently, maybe a month or a month and a half after, and I was working out, but there's a day where you'll just feel a breakthrough or of what I call the film. It's just if you feel like there's a film on you, there will be a day where you work out and you feel like you've gotten rid of that film, and once you break through the film, then you'll be excited to continue to do it. But breaking through the film is the hardest part.
Is there a way to skip ahead to the beach body and everyone thinks you look great part?
You can whip up. I was going to say, when you were bringing up the workout videos, it reminded me of, what is it? Insanity, Sean T.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing during COVID because you couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
My wife had the old DVDs. We put them on the PS2.
Those aren't easy.
No.
At all.
I mean, he's shredded.
Yeah.
So you could, I mean, if you want to go quick.
No.
Now, if you couldn't handle,
but I can't.
Sean T
that.
goes crazy.
I can't.
Maybe get some HGH in your system.
I'm not going to take any steroids because I feel like I'd have a heart attack and break out in acne. But like, I'm not opposed to other performance enhancers as long as it doesn't give me a heart attack.
I saw a picture. It was Hugh Jackman as Wolverine years ago, and then you saw the person said, "Can we just admit that these guys take steroids and they're not athletes?
Right?
Doesn't matter.
Right?
But let's just be honest.
Do
you think that's true?
I know. Well, okay, not about Hugh Jackman. I don't know that. I know for an absolute fact that that's true. There's a whole underground for guys that, and girls in some cases, but usually guys that you have a role that's starting in 2 months and you need to shred it out. And there's literal doctors down there that are like accepted in the world of they'll do you up.
Do you know anyone that has ever taken steroids?
Yes, I do. Multiple people. Actually,
how did it work out for them?
I hate answering this question, but in the 5 cases I can think of people I know for a fact have taken steroids really well. I don't have any other way to answer it. They're all really good people that got really good bodies.
No issues.
Nope, they didn't. One got some bacne.
Okay.
But no, like none of them, to my knowledge, were. By the way, I'm not like promoting steroids. You just asked me an honest question.
You led us there.
And yeah, like none of them I know are breaking through walls like the Kool-Aid Man or anything, or freaking out. Oh yeah. All right, celebrity birthdays. Don't take roids. Say breathe. Oh,
brought to you by Crumble.
Probably, Crumble cookies and the banana pudding last night. My children enjoyed that. Yeah, they loved it. My kids loved it.
Usain Bolt.
So good you'll forget your trombone.
Yeah, trumpet.
Trumpet.
Usain Bolt, Jamaican sprinter, Olympics.
In 2016, he was probably like 28, something like that. So
I'll say 32.
Yeah, I know we gotta go. So I'm gonna say he's 36.
37.
Chris is closest, 38. And let's go with receiver Mike Evans.
Most consistent receiver in the NFL. 32.
Yeah, I think he's spot on. He's 31.
34.
Correct answer, 31. Way to go, Alan.
All right, for Chris, for Jason, hello, goodbye. Styles alone is next, so support him, be there, give him phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. Make it easy on the guy. All coming up right after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again.